If you're looking for exclusive content, please don't look any further than joining the Trap Talk Patreon family. Some of the best reptile keepers in this industry are part of the Trap Talk Patreon family. As soon as you join the Patreon family, you connect to a Discord. You can also tap into an Instagram group chat, connect with some of the most diverse keepers we have in the reptile hobby today. Shout out to my Patreon members and be ready for Trap Fest 2026. It's going to be one of the biggest events yet. Find all information again in the very first link in the description below. And again, thank you so much to all my fellow Patreon members out there. Cheers. Shout out to US ARC and all the US ARC members. If you don't know what US ARC is, do not be ashamed. Simply click on the third link in the description below. Go to usarc.org. See what it's all about. See how you could actually protect your own collection whenever a legislation might hit your backyard. You just never know. Things are changing constantly in the reptile hobby, and it's good to know when things are creeping up in your area. So shout out to Phil Goss, shout out to Vanessa, shout out to Jeremy, shout out to all the US ARC supporters and teammates out there. Cannot wait to see how much we fight this year to keep our animal rights. And if you're not a US ARC member, talk to your fellow keepers and just let them know what US ARC's all about, and they're here to protect our animal rights. Shout out to US ARC and all the US ARC supporters.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Trap Talk Reptile Network, the coolest reptile network in the world. Welcome to episode 731, new Breed on the Block recap episodes. Paco, Miranda Python's in the building. He's fresh off the Southeast Reptile Expo weekend, and we're going to get down to business, man. But I'm your boy, MJ. Welcome to Monday Nights, man. If you're just coming into the game, this is the place to be. You hear it all, and it's the truth. But, man, if this is your first time watching, definitely smash that like button if you're enjoying these. And if you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, you'll be reminded every episode released out of the network 7 days a week. Shout out to all the support, everyone in the chats. You guys are amazing. Biggie, Dot G, Villa, Reno. That shit was too hard. I didn't even practice that. That's just how it comes. You know what I mean? What's good?
February 2nd.
Woo!
We had a hell of a month in January, dog. Great start to the fucking year. Very happy.
Tell me more. Why was it so amazing?
Bro, we killed it.
Plain and simple.
I mean, we did great, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm very happy. Hard work pays off. That's all I have to say to everyone out there. Keep grinding. Keep working hard.
Dude, that's it. It's hard work. It's it, man. Nothing is to it but just putting the work into it, man. And then also just doing it, you know?
How you doing?
Good. I'm excited. I was bummed out. I missed last Monday. It was me and my wife's anniversary. And dude, shout out to Double J, man. Jeff Jarrett, dude. That kid is so sharp. I told him, I was like, bro, I'm really impressed on how you handled yourself on that episode. I told him, I was like, I'm gonna bring you on a Thursday night, bro. I was like, I feel like I missed out on that episode because he didn't hold back, you know? And mind you, like, he's spending money in the game, so he has opinions. And everyone's entitled to their opinion, but it comes from a place of, like, he knows what he likes and he spoke on it. That's what it's all about, dude. So great episode last week between you, him, and Krista. Shout out to Krista. She's awesome. Came through. Krista's a busy girl nowadays, so to get her to slide through was clutch. But yeah, man, I'm excited to be here. Excited to talk to Paco, dude. One of the nicest guys I've ever met. Hands fucking down. Just always has a smile on his face. What's crazy is, like, people like Paco have taken advantage of people like Paco, you know, but he has kept a smile on his face, dude. He just reminds me to fucking just always be happy no matter what. And so it's been a long time since I got to catch up with Paco. So I want to know how Southeast Reptile Expo went. I want to know how it's been for him for the last couple of years, because we do talk when we run into each other at shows, but it's very brief. I'm excited, man. But yeah, I'm happy to be here, bro. I do got to ask you, was all your success last month in January from the shows, vending, or did you sell also outside the show?
I sold a few things outside, but primarily vending, yes.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. And how many shows did you vend last month?
We did 3. We did Pomona.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We did Orlando. We did Tampa Reptilian, which was a new show, and then we did a 1 day in Fort Myers.
Wasn't that the show that you didn't do too good Saturday, but Sunday made up for it? Was that Tampa show where it was like
Orlando? That was Orlando.
Oh, okay. So yeah. I mean, you didn't even have like, and not every weekend was even a crazy weekend, and you still did good.
No. Pomona was very good, and Tampa was very good, and then the 1 day was actually better than Orlando.
Yeah. And so this month, what's your agenda for shows? You got quite a bit of shows.
We have 2. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
And then March we have 1. So.
Okay, and then April.
April so far 1 or 2, I think.
Okay, but it seems like you at least know a month in advance if you're.
I have a whole schedule, bro.
Oh, okay.
Whole year.
Right.
There might be little add-ons here and there.
If you want.
Yeah, but yeah, we got to do it, bro.
We're obviously going to be talking Southeast Reptile Expo. Are you doing that in August?
Wait,
doing that in August?
That's on the agenda for August. Yes.
Guess who else is having a booth? Me. That's right. Oh my God, we're rolling deep. I'm gonna talk to Bob. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna have to play my cards and tell Bob where I want to be put. He's gonna take care of your boy MJ. He's gonna take care of my boy Emilio. We're gonna be fucking rolling deep at the next Southeast Reptile Expo. Guarantee it. I cannot wait.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I just can't wait to see your animals at a Southeast Reptile Expo too. It's a really good show. It's a really good show,
bro. It's the show now. You know, next to Tinley. When it comes to all the big guys coming, you know.
I mean, dude, based off my last Tinley experience, Tinley's played out, bro. I hate to say it, but Tinley's is not the same anymore. Unless it changes in March, I hope it does. But my last experience at Tinley was so flat. I'm sorry, dude. Bob's might be the biggest next big thing. I'm not joking. Only because the people who are going to vend, the excitement. Yeah. And again, I hope it was a fluke, dude, because that Tinley changed my life. But I've been to at least 5 Tinleys. The last Tinley was just not the same, dude. So, but again, man, welcome to the fucking now Southeast Reptile Expo. Excited for tonight's guest. You're the one that actually was able to get me scheduled with Paco tonight. So what's your overall feeling about having Paco on tonight?
Well, I just want to, talk to him and see how he's doing, see what, how he feels about the last year plus.
Sure.
Since he's been on. The combos, the cutting edge stuff that's been hit, how Siri was right off of Siri. It's gonna be a great conversation. That's why we planned it with him that way. Yeah.
Yep, 100%. Well, guys, you guys are in for a treat. Like I said, excited to have Paco back on tonight. But just so you guys know, the Trap Talk Reptile Network is 7 days a week, and you can listen to all these episodes on all major audio platforms. So if YouTube just isn't your thing, no big deal. Head over to the audio platforms. I go ballistic on them all the time. And wherever you listen to any of these episodes, thank you so much for supporting what we're doing. We are doing big things over here. So just again, by subscribing on any platform, it does a lot more than you think. So really, really appreciate all the love and support. I want to say shout out to tonight's sponsor, Zoo Med, the leading reptile company industry as far as enclosures, other kind of, I don't know, my mind just went blank right now. But anyways, Zoo Med, #1 company in the game. Make sure you find the links in the description below. You can also find website and all links to new products that Zoo Med is now launching. One of my favorites, hands down, is the Slither Sense, and definitely going to be giving you more updates how I'm liking that product. But let me know how you're liking that Zoo Med product. Drop a comment in the comment section below. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by Jersey Guys Balls. Shout out to John and Brett Towers, father and son duo, smashing it in the ball python game, and definitely in the leading front of some of these insane projects like Tornado, Sunset, Puzzle. So guys, do not sleep on Jersey Guys Balls. Head over to Instagram. Make sure you subscribe. Also on YouTube. Follow all these guys' socials. You can find the plugs in the description below. Thank you so much, John and Brett Towers. Keep doing your thing, man. Looking forward to having them back on the show at some point. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by PRAGUE MORPHS, my favorite couple out of Europe, who are definitely leading by example when it comes to these higher end projects. If you talk about Puzzle, you talk about Hurricane, you talk about really next level projects, PRAGUE MORPHS is where it's at. Okay, so head over to praguemorphs.com, kind of tap into all their projects simply by going to their website, or just follow them on Instagram. Also highly suggest you subscribe to their YouTube channels. Thank you so much, Devin and Teresa over at PRAGUE MORPHS. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by Morph Market Shipping, the #1 shipping company in the reptile game, hands down. Go to Morph Market for your next snake or reptile or plant or fish. They got it all. All right. And you can also ship directly from Morph Market's website. Morph Market Live sales has now launched for all pro accounts. And dude, we're talking about it with Paco tonight, but I think I'm going to schedule a live on Morph Market. Mainly because Darian's telling me to, but I got to see what it's like. Okay, if I do one, will you do one?
I don't have enough animals, bro, for that right now.
Maybe if you do have an animal, will you try it out with me?
Yeah. Yeah. That you know, man.
Okay.
You know me well.
I know you well. I know. I talked to Mark Bailey about this. He's like, "That's just not me, dude." I'm like, "I get it, get it."
Oh, man. But you know what? You're a natural. I don't know. You know.
I got to try it. You know what I mean? I definitely, and I also want to support Morph Market. I think whatever it is that they do is next level. So you never know. It could be that next big thing. But I'm going to definitely try it. Let me know, guys, anyone out there who also tries it as well. Give me some feedback. But yeah, shout out to all the sponsors, man. Check it out. Check all my sponsors out in link description below. And I'm ready for Paco to come on the screen. Are you ready to bring Paco on or what?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, man. Shout out to everyone in the chats. Shout out to the V unit, the trappers. You guys are all here and ready. But it's that time. Do what you got to do to get your mind right and do what you got to do to stay hydrated. Episode 731, the return of Paco Miranda Pythons, coming at you right now. Let's go. Gee.
Good.
You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk podcasts?
Yes.
Man.
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes.
Exclusive. Oh.
So stop calling us.
Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crop, God love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up.
And we're live, episode 731. Welcome back, Paco. What's up, Paco?
Hey guys, I can't hear you, MJ, for some reason.
Oh my God. Exit out and come back in.
Oh man.
Paco, come on, Paco.
What do you say? Exit out and come back in?
Yeah.
Okay,
Get
give
the-
me 1 second. My bad.
Fucking Paco, dude. He's rookie maneuvers on my guy, but it's Paco. Paco can just do that. But all right. Well, since we wait for Paco, oh, he's already back. Here he is.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Paco, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
So
All right.
remember, you're all like, let me fix my screen. And I said, dude, just don't touch anything else.
I got you.
And there we go.
Oh, okay.
But you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you great now.
Hey,
Yeah.
welcome back, Paco, dude.
Thank you.
Paco, I'm a fan of you, dude. I like you a lot. You're awesome, dude.
I appreciate it.
Glad to have you back. I don't want to waste time. I want to get right into it, bro. How was the Southeast Reptile Expo? Hit us.
It was honestly very good, man. As far as like attendance and stuff, man, it honestly caught me by surprise. It honestly felt kind of like an NARBC, in my opinion, you know. So personally for me, it was actually my best show as far as sales. So I was very happy and content with that. But yeah.
What sold good for you at a Southeast Reptile Expo? What were people buying?
So I had a like an acid black pastel pin acid DG double het exanthic clown.
Okay, that makes
Male. So it was a pretty good sale, you know, right
Yeah.
off the rip. And then I had
Wait, Paco, hold on. Acid Say that one more time.
It was a black pastel, pinstripe, acid, desert ghost double het.
Bro, that's filthy. Holy shit.
Thank you.
Dude,
Thank you.
wow. Okay, yeah, I had to hear that for the record, but go ahead and continue.
Yeah, no, it was that, and I just had a lot of stuff. I also sold like a pastel chocolate triple het Xanthic hypo clown.
Damn, true
Male.
ghost.
So it was kind of a little bit kind of revolved around the Xanthic DJ clown stuff right now.
You don't say.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, Milo's been a huge Xanthic guy for a minute
Oh,
now.
I know, man. Trust
And
me, I follow what he has.
We've been kind of predicting this, right, Emilio? We've been talking about the up and up true ghost is, looking like inside this hobby. I mean, what do you say? That's pretty much makes sense.
All that stuff is in the driver's seat right now.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's crazy to say, man. So again, good traffic. Did the show start off strong for you? Did they come on? Did the sales come later in the day? Like how was it?
It actually kind of came in like within, I would say, like the first hour. It was another breeder as well. So you know how that goes. They usually try to get like investment type stuff, and then a couple that sells, I would say, yeah, kind of mid show, because we had a really bad snowstorm here. Well, I wouldn't say bad, but some areas got affected pretty bad. I know Justin in Gainesville, he wasn't able to make it just because
The snow?
they got it pretty bad, just being like an hour away. So I think that
Wow.
definitely had an impact on the show a little bit. But even despite that, people were still there. Like to see snake discovery, I heard people were out there at 4:30 in the morning, camping apparently out because they didn't want to get like stuck in the storm and not be able to come. So there was definitely people waiting to get in for sure.
I mean, shout out to snake discovery, dude. I
Yeah.
mean, if you got people like that, that's kind of, that's a good thing for this hobby. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
They're all kids, dude, and that's our future is the kids.
Mhm. Yeah.
But again, having Bob Vu throw a show where she shows up that's huge. That's fucking huge. And even for a show where Justin isn't able to make up, having someone like Emily will make up for all that. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. I didn't know Justin got snowed in. I thought he still pulled up. I didn't know he couldn't go anywhere. That's crazy.
I know they set up Friday, but usually like they don't set up the animals until Saturday morning,
Yeah.
and then they just never came. And then turns out, they just obviously didn't want to risk anything, because I know where he's at, he has a lot of hills and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, but then I think Sunday he came, but he didn't bring animals, just to kind of show up and stuff.
I don't think I've ever been to Justin's in a cold. Oh, I did last year. I went to Southeast Reptile Expo in February last year, but it wasn't snowing. It was cold, but it wasn't snowing. And I've other than that time, I've always been to Justin's when it's super hot. So it's hard to imagine that place covered in snow. It really is. Well, that's the South for you. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I saw the pictures. That was a lot. It was heavy.
Wait, isn't Florida about to get hit with snow?
Oh, we had some frozen areas, in the Panhandle, and some snow.
What? That's not common, is it?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Scary.
It was 36 this morning when I woke up here.
36.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, it's cold.
And Paco, remind me where you're from. Where you're at?
Rome, Georgia. So I'm about an hour and a half, about an hour 40 northeast from the show where it was at. So local, I would say.
Yeah, and listen, man, I was following people. I got a little bit of FOMO, man, because I saw some group photos of people, and those are all serious breeders that we have in this hobby at that show. And I feel like if you want a good experience, go where these serious breeders vend at, and also because it's a lot more than just going to the show to look at animals. You are connecting with these people, and you know that, right, Paco? And so does Emilio. Like linking up with these people that you follow on Instagram and you admire their work. When you have a sit-down conversation with them in the lobby or just somewhere chill, it just brings everything that much tighter together. Wouldn't you say? Like you feel like you're in the right place when you meet these people, I feel like.
No, absolutely. I mean, we all look forward to it, meeting everyone at the shows, like you said, finally putting a face to the name and stuff. But it definitely builds that connection for sure.
So let's talk about how you're feeling right now overall with, it's 2026. You're 6 years in the game. This is your 6th year, right? You got 2020s when you came in?
Yeah. About 6 years now.
And competition isn't easy. I mean, it's everywhere, So how do you feel? Like, how do you feel your projects are fitting in? Do you feel like you're making sure you avoid other saturated projects? Are you very content with what you're working with? Let's kind of talk about your projects right now.
Yeah, no, I'm honestly very excited for what I have currently pairing, if not coming here pretty soon. I never really got into Xanthic, but I just recently, I'd say about 2 years now, I ended up buying some triple hets and just kind of working that way and stuff. But I feel like I kind of learned my lesson a bit, just as far as like I know back in like 2020, for example, like things were very expensive back then. So with
Yeah.
that being said, I just kind of went about it a little different, not invested as heavy into females, because I thought these females were gonna go up in value, I guess like a house or something, and it ended up being the opposite. So
Okay.
um,
Hold
you
on.
know,
Okay, let's stop right there, because why, and don't hold back, dude, but why did you think that? Because I thought that at one point for sure. So I want to hear what it was that made you feel like the value only increases for a female. What was said to you, if you could remember, or why was that train of thought there?
I mean, I think maybe just because you hear other breeders talk about it, yeah, as far as like for example, um, you try to buy something that you can use for multiple years, I guess, down the road and stuff. So
Yeah.
obviously, I know like a DG Het Clown back then was $4,000. Just for that now, and what they're going for now. But I kind of had a setback that I've never really told a lot of people about. Um, so long story short, for example, I think 3 years ago, I started hatching everything. Everything was going great. Everything. I had a buddy come down from California, wanted to see, the collection, everything. So, you always try to clean up, when people are coming over. I ended up changing the substrate, but it was like kind of like November type stuff. Changed the substrate. Long story short, I used really wet, cold cocoa. Well, he comes, everything's good. Then I'm playing with my snake one day and I hear a little whistle,
Ooh, all right.
you know. So
Yeah.
I obviously freak out, you
Yeah.
know. Well, I start checking everything, man. I start checking every single snake. I get super paranoid. Every snake in my collection has saliva.
Ooh, yeah.
Which so anyways, I freak out. I obviously, don't want a lot of people knowing this stuff,
Yeah.
and I ended up nothing ever like was mouth breathing, nothing died, nothing like that. Everything was eating great and stuff, but I ended up calling Tom Harbin. He said it was
Yeah.
probably just a shock to him, but just dry him out, everything.
Yeah.
So I increased the temps in the room, everything, and about 2 3 weeks later I check again, they all still have this saliva.
Okay.
So I'm freaking out, man. I don't really know what to do at this point. So long story short, man, for like 2 years I just stopped breeding, I stopped selling, I just completely vanished.
That makes sense, because I
you know
remember that. I remember you were like, "Where's Paco?" Like it
yeah,
was like you were kind of so low key, and I just thought you were just more low key. That's why some
yeah,
people just don't like to put themselves out there, and you were always kind of like on the DL. I remember when
yeah,
we first met. I met you through Alyssa Leonard, and Alyssa was like, she was like, "Oh, this is Paco," and like I remember she was definitely putting you on, but then
yeah.
then it just stopped after that. So that's because of this.
Yeah, so I
Wow.
ended up, man, brother, I tell you, dude. So I obviously, put everything on paper towels,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Dude, I literally gave every single snake or every single, yeah, snake in my collection. I went through like 9 shots of Baytril,
Oh
then
wow.
tindazidine. Dude,
Oh
I
my.
did I did at least 15 shots of, just
That's
through
stressful.
every, dude, it sucked, man, for like two
Oh my
years. And honestly, man, it
god.
just gave me such a sour taste in my mouth
Oh
dealing with this.
man. I
Long
wish you would.
story,
Yeah, go ahead.
no, no, no. I was just saying, long story short, man, after like 2 years, nothing has died. Everything's still
Yeah,
slinging food and stuff,
yeah.
which was strange. I ended up contacting Justin, just telling him my situation and stuff. And he said, let me put you in touch with my vet, Dr. Scott Stahl.
Yeah, Scott Stahl. Well,
Oh,
Dr.
yeah.
Stahl's a gangster, bro.
Oh,
That guy's he's a hobby saint right there. I'll tell
oh,
you that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I ended up talking to him on the phone and stuff, and man, I told him everything, and he said, "Dude, honestly, man, I think you're paranoid. I think you're just
Yeah.
every single snake has saliva."
Yeah.
And
They
I
do.
thought any saliva, like at that point, was just an immediate
Oh,
all
so,
right.
so we're not talking discolored saliva. We're talking saliva. You were just tripping off the spit
I
in the
was
mouth.
tripping, dude.
Oh,
I
Paco,
mean,
what the
just
fuck?
tripping.
I thought you were talking like the cheat, because dude, obviously working with
No.
chondros, you deal with a lot of respiratory shit,
Yeah.
you know, where you can. And I've had situations where I'm taking fucking chunks of cheese out of their mouth. So
Yeah.
I didn't know you meant I didn't know you meant that kind of saliva, like the bad, sticky, yellow color.
Nothing
It was
like that,
spit,
man.
spit. You're just but I can see how that would trip
Yeah.
you out though.
Yeah.
Man, it tripped me out. And
Wow.
yeah, it sucked, man. And then, but what I'm getting back to your question is, like, for example, I listened to other breeders, and it was kind of like a down market anyway. It's like a really weird market where people are starting to kind of really drop prices. And I just remember bigger breeders talking about, oh, don't give your stuff away. The market's going to come back. So, me trying to be positive, I was thinking maybe this is probably a good thing because I'm holding on to everything. Like, for example, I had DG Clowns. I had like 5 DG Clowns when they were $5,000. And then by the time I ended up coming back into this, man, they were $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's kind of where I just tell other people, just like I wouldn't invest as heavy into females, anymore. If anything, get you triple hets and work your way up that way. If that's just my experience. If you have the means to do it, go for it. But these things aren't guaranteed to go in 2 to 3 years. That's actually just a perfect world. If they're gonna go in that time frame, but you're really not sure if they're gonna go at all.
I mean, it makes sense because when do you really hear about powerhouse females? You don't. It's always called powerhouse males because that male is powerful to go to many, many females.
Yeah.
But then again, you don't know that until you fucking find out shit like this.
Yeah.
Again, why joining Patreons are so fucking crucial because you don't know, bro. Like, you got to understand when someone is selling you fucking animals, they're not going to give you the breadcrumbs to how you get success. You got to fucking find out. Go ahead, Biggie.
Now, in the past, we did all advocate for powerful females. Females gain value, whatever.
Right.
A breeder female, a really good breeder female is worth gold. We all did that. I mean, I think they still are because you also have to have good girls. But yeah, I'm with Paco, man. Like this year, I'm looking for males. I'm looking for males that make sense.
Because because the female's only really good for that 1 year. Like, I mean, yeah, it's 2 years maybe, but after visiting Sebastian and his business partner, he showed me he had a bigger freedom breeder rack with the bigger tubs, and he's like, MJ, these are all empty because our females don't even get that big no more. We just once we're done breeding them, we find a new home for them that quick. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. You don't sit on females. No, we get a clutch and they're on to the next owner. Makes sense. I mean, that's how quick this ball python game is moving. Do I think it's right? I mean, not really. I mean, okay, if we put breeding on the shelf here, damn, like that sucks that you would have to get rid of a female that quick. But that's the name of the ball python game. It really is, dude. It's that turn and burn fast, dude. Like it's no joke. And again, you find the value of the females only going down throughout the years. They don't.
Yeah.
And that's the way it rolls.
And it was just a lesson learned for me, to be honest. And then it just came to a point, man, where we were just doing the same exact thing. They were spilling the water every time, and it just sucked, dude. I was spending at least 3 hours every day, 4 hours every day in there. And I didn't have a big collection, so it was just a lot for me and stuff. And then not only that, but yeah, it was just a lot. And then I just know it just came to a point, Daytona was coming up again. And I just didn't know, like, whether should we do it, should we not do it, and I'm like, I think these snakes are fine. That's when Dr. Stahl told me, hey, man, I think you've been good this whole time. You were just completely paranoid about everything. And then once he gave me the green light, at that point, man, it just kind of sucked because
you waited.
I didn't have anything new. Everything in my display was at least 600-700 grams because it's just stuff that I just held back from the previous years,
Yeah.
So then, fortunately, though, I did have a pretty good show. Had I not had a good show, I don't know if I'd still be doing this, to be honest.
So it was that close? You feel like
I
you
was,
were that
man,
you were that close?
Oh, I was done with. I hated these things, honestly.
Damn.
Yeah. No, brother. I hated coming in here dealing with it.
You know what? Only because you felt like you were fucking them up. Like you thought you're beating yourself up. It wasn't because you don't like the snakes. It was because of your snakes, you felt like you were hurting them. You know what I mean? And then not only that, like you're building a brand that can't be built because you think you don't have animals you're able to display and show off because you think they're sick. And I get it. Like, bro, the last thing I ever want is to be known as a fucking breeder who had all these sick animals at a table. Like I'll never go out like that. And it makes sense why you were paranoid. But man, shout out to Dr. Stahl, bro. I mean,
oh yeah, he saved me, man.
Go ahead, Biggie.
It shows how strong you are.
Yeah, definitely.
How much you're willing to take care of your reputation, because when you compound what you were going through, plus, you know, where you saw the market, the loss of value, you know, having all those DG clowns. I mean, I fully understand, but man, I'm super happy that you're still here, bro, and you're doing it. And
yeah, I appreciate it.
And you're fucking killing it. So
thank you.
Yeah. So what year did you start breeding again? Last year?
No, it was about 2 years ago.
2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
When I ran in, yeah, you're right. So I ran into you at Bob's show last year in February, right?
Yeah,
you were there, right?
I had been good with all this for a while, you know. So
yeah, but you were kind of showing your face, and you had good breeding that first year. So when you started breeding stuff again, how'd that year go for you?
It was not. I had to really kind of change things up a bit because I felt kind of behind on projects, you know.
Right.
I should have honestly, but this point, I should have already been sent on a bunch of at the time, you know, acid DG clowns, stranger DG clowns, and stuff like that. So that definitely just sucked for me. But I just had to kind of work with what I had. You know, I didn't want to spend any more money. You know, I really just because it just left me with a sour taste as far as how everything was going. You know. So I definitely ended up still spending some money on a couple males and just utilized that to the best of my advantage. You know, it's like, for example, I ended up buying a clown triple het, Exanthic hypo DG. I paired that male with a pastel chocolate hypo DG, trying to just, you know, just roll my odds with the shed testing and stuff. And I got lucky and hit some pretty good stuff for the hypoxanthic DG clown stuff. So I think that's just the route I'm gonna try to work. And then I wanted to get xanthic DG clown, but again, I just didn't want to spend a lot of money. So I know you're still spending money, but I ended up just going with triple hets.
Yeah, dude, but your situation's fucked up because like you went 2 years making no money after spending all that money.
Yeah.
And then once you realize, oh shit, I'm back in it. What just happened to all my projects?
Yeah.
I don't mean to laugh, but that's like
it's
the
truth.
that's the eye-opening truth, bro. And that's why me and E talked about this all the time. Like, you know, yeah, we kind of talk about people checking out of the hobby, but some situations are fucked up and it's unfortunate, you know.
Yeah.
But that's why, again, you don't get in way in over your head of yourself, and you have to be ready for almost fucking anything. And again, even though you were close, it wasn't enough for you to go out, bro. You fucking stuck it out, like Big E says, and that shows how much you really, really wanted to stick around, you know.
Yeah. No.
And then you had your best show. You had your best show this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stars align.
That shows you all out there. Do not give up. Paco's an example of not giving up and continuing the path. You know.
Yeah.
And
I
still,
appreciate it.
you know, at the same time.
Paco, I preach about this all the time, Paco. Good things happen to good people in this hobby, big time, bro. And I feel like after what you went through, you stick this shit out, you're gonna have a lot more big shows. I feel like I think what you just experienced this last weekend is only the beginning of things that could possibly go your way now that you went through some bullshit. Because everyone gets a wave, dude. Like some people do get some shitty luck. Like we talk about all the shitty luck I had with chondros. Then look what happened to me last year. You know what I mean? You just fucking put your head down and do it because you love it, and things will. And we're talking, dude, what you're talking about right now with Xanthic, acid, hype, bro, that's fucking money. All money genes, what you're talking about right now. Like that's all sought after stuff that you just mentioned. So it'd be one thing if you didn't mention any of that stuff and you're talking about shit that's just so saturated and really not that hot. That's not you, man. You got hot shit that you're working with. So there are things on your side right now, big time.
Thank you.
No, and then guys, animals roll.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Big time.
You know, animals don't breed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of the game, bro, and we don't say it enough. Like today, Alex Warren's story or his post, bro. You could spend a ton of money on an animal and it not breed for you for 5 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we have to have backup plans. We have to be ready to deal with shit. It's gonna happen, you know.
Yeah. And again, dude, everyone's timeline, everyone's story is so different. Like everybody has different levels of luck, and luck is a big part of what we do, man. Like I try to say, you know, luck's, I mean, I don't ever say anything much about luck, but luck is important. Like you will have things go your way after things weren't going your way. But the waves come and go, dude. Like they come and go. But I feel like if you're really honed in, you're always having a good time because you feel like you appreciate those waves when they come. And you're on a high right now because how good of a show you just had. And then what happens at that next show if that show's just as good? And that's what I'm saying, bro. And again, very, very possible because with what you're working with.
Yeah. Thank you. No, we can only just hope, you know. I'm like you said, I'm just happy to get out of it and just kind of keep rolling with it for now.
So with that being said, where are we at with production? Like, how many numbers are we looking at clutches wise? Like where you, now that you took that break and now you're 2 years back into it, and we all know like the whole, let's be Mr. 300 clutches, that just isn't the fucking dream no more. Like nobody cares to be a mass producer in 2026. So where are you at? Like where do you feel like you're at number wise when it comes to wanting to hit those amount of clutches each year?
Yeah, I honestly I've never even really thought about like hitting a certain number of clutches. You know, I just pair things, man. If I would have to guess, at most, it'd probably be about, it can't be over 20 clutches this year, you know. So I'm still pretty relatively small still. I only have two 5540s and a couple like the hatchling racks for them and stuff. But yeah, it'd probably be about less than 20 clutches right now.
Yeah, and you know, again, depending on who you are, 20 might not seem like a lot, but that's still a good amount of babies, you know. That's still work for sure.
Yeah, and now you know, with Bob's show being at the beginning of the year, it's going to be mid-August now, and then Daytona. And I actually this last time was my first Tinley ever, so it I finally was able to get into that show. So with that being said, I feel like now I have to consistently be breeding in order to just have babies, you know, new stuff for the shows and stuff. So it's just another outlet to try to sell things now. So now I'm pairing consistently at this point.
Because you know the shows that you have ahead of you. And
Correct.
again, if I was vending a Bob Vu show or an ARBC Tinley, best believe I want to bring the best of the best. That's what you do at those shows. You fucking bring the best of the best at a Bob Vu show or at a Tinley. And yeah, but it's kind of a good problem to have. Like you need to make more babies right now.
Yeah. No, I'm not complaining at all. You know, I'm just saying, like, just as far as like, if anything, I just need to up my production.
Some people need to stop making babies because they, you know what I mean? Like, bro, you haven't sold the other 300 in your fucking rack. What are you doing? Yeah. You know? And that's scary to think. Like, even me, bro, like I have some holdbacks that I feel like I don't want to hold back anymore, but I've just been raising for the last year. I better figure something out here pretty quick. You know what I mean? So I also need to take a page out of my book when, like, you don't always want to just go through robotic feeding schedule without paying attention to what you're paying for. You know what I'm saying? You might be raising something that you know damn well you're not going to breed. So what the fuck is it doing in your rack for? Like, figure it out. Like, I feel like people overlook the whole overhead thing so easily, and that's not smart to do, especially in the beginning. Like, let's say money's not an issue, you're buying, you're having a good time, you're stacking and stacking. What happens in 5 years when that feeding bill just continues to get higher? You know what I'm saying? And then the animals that you're holding back only increases, and now from 100 snakes to 400 snakes. Okay, and then let's say you're not even producing your rodents. Holy shit, good luck with that rodent bill. And there are people out there who have damn near 1,000 ball pythons and they don't breed their own rodents. That's scary. Big E, tell me that's not a little bit fucking kind of scary a little bit.
Fucking super scary.
Yeah, dude. Like, what are you gonna do?
So what happens there is that a lot of those guys aren't feeding their whole collection. They're just
maintenance,
feeding what needs
whatever they need to feed.
But what's most exciting for them, you know?
Yeah.
We've seen that many times.
I don't know. Do you ever feel like there's an excuse for maintenance feeding, Paco? What's your take on maintenance feeding?
Um, like, what do you mean? Just pretty much like having stuff you're not really excited about and just
Well,
feeding it here and there?
like Emilio said, like when it comes to me, dude, I feed my shit every week, right? Every snake will eat every week. But you have some people who just like, you know what? That snake is not important to me. I'm not going to feed it this week.
Yeah.
I'll probably feed it in like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
We're
just
good.
get rid of it, man. You know, there's no point in having it. If anything, I mean, I wouldn't say the animal's suffering, but it could just have better care in someone else's hands, you know.
Well, listen, I mean, maybe not suffering, but there should not be 120-gram fucking 2-year-old snake. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
That don't make sense.
Well, that's what I mean. That's suffering in a way, you know.
Yeah, that's neglect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're being stunted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that right there sounds fucked up to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like there's no explanation or excuse behind that. There really isn't. You could sit here and tell me everything that you think is fair with maintenance feeding, but that's fucking horse shit.
Yeah, you're getting that animal used to fasting throughout the year, and most times a lot of those animals are terrible eaters.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't agree.
Any
with that.
animal that comes from one of these breeders that gives them the bare minimum,
Yeah.
you start hitting that animal with food, they'll grow, but then once, every year, here and there, they'll go on a long fast for you. At least that's my experience. So I'm not, I've gotten a few animals from maintenance guys in the past. That's not happening again.
Yeah. And again, man, I remember not even really like, because I would never thought like, oh, there's not, that's not even a thing to think about, but it kind of is. Like if you're out there looking for a high-end snake, check the date of birth and the weight and do the math. You know what I mean? I mean,
No,
typically
absolutely.
off the rip, Emilio, in your collection, a 2-year-old snake, the way you feed should be about how much you think on an average.
I mean, a
I
female,
know a berry is a female. Yeah, let's say a female
she should be, 1,300, 1,500 grams.
in 2 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, at least in that ballpark.
In a ballpark. And
Yeah.
I guess best case scenario, that's what you'll get, right? But even 900, 800 grams, like that seems more realistic for a 2-year-old versus something under 200 grams. You know what I mean?
And that's at the bottom of the range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
7 to 9 is the bottom of the range. Because
Yeah.
you're gonna have that animal. You have those 3 types, right? You got the finicky, the middle, which is where most of them are, right? And then you got the beast.
Yeah.
The beast could be 16-ish,
1,800.
1,500.
Yeah.
That's that badass. But most of them are here, 13 to 14, maybe 1,200. That's where I want them to be,
Yeah. And mind you,
a male obviously should be 800 to 1,100.
Yeah. I agree with that.
and again, the reason why I bring this up is because we mentioned overhead, and I feel like the only way this maintenance feeding is coming into a factor is because they can't afford it. Like at the end of the day, right? If you are used to having so many cells and those cells aren't there, but then your fucking bill is still there, that rodent bill is not leaving, even though regardless of what you do this month with cells, that rodent bill is still going to be there. Yeah, bro, you're going to find ways to make things a little bit cheaper for yourself. But it's also better just not to get yourself in that position either. I don't know.
Correct.
Like watch your overhead. That's all I'm trying to say. Watch your fucking overhead. Just because it's easy right now, just what happens in 5 years? Like, you know what I mean? And it's something I got to remind myself too. It's why I dialed back on so many species, because I'm like, I got to get practical here. Like, yeah, it seems fun right now, but what if shit isn't that much fun, whatever financial wise or something? You just never know, man. So shout out to Mark Bailey. Mark Bailey is someone who's always taught me about overhead. Like MJ, protect your overhead, and luckily my overhead's not that bad. Now that I produce my own rats, dude, my overhead ain't shit now. I love it. It's the best, Do you breed your own rats, Paco?
Yeah, I do. I still run short a good bit of the time as well, though. So I still have to occasionally buy some. But yeah, I do breed my own though.
Rats or ASFs? What do you do? Mice?
Just rats and a little bit of mice. Yeah. But I'm probably I was kind of looking at everything, and honestly, I'm losing money by obviously still buying the rats and stuff. So I'm probably about to upgrade my rat room here soon and stuff, and then just really start cranking that down. But
Dude, nobody told me the mice were like that much faster and almost harder to fucking do chores on than the rats, bro. Because my mice, Emilio, bro, you told me I could kind of raise them together, right? Like as I'm raising up, but they're growing so quick, and there's so many, and they're fucking fast. Like, I open up that bin, and they'll, and I'm like, holy shit! I have to like close it right away because they'll fucking jump out. And I'm like,
so you're seeing the difference in size and growth, correct?
Yes, dude, it's no joke. The mice are quick. Like, it's like, whoa,
sexual maturity like that.
Dude, quick. Like, I almost have, I'm like, I had all these guys growing together, and I'm like, dude, you guys can start boning now if you wanted to. Like, I need to separate you guys. And so,
but they fucking stink, I'll tell you that.
The mice, dude, no, not, dude. I mean, I'm used to rats, bro. Rats, smell. Mice aren't, but yeah, mice do have, their piss smells more. I feel like their piss is more like pungent. It's more ASFs. What a beauty. I fucking love ASFs, dude. I swear to God, if I, for some reason, go a little bit past 7 days for what, in which I don't, but if I did, the ASFs don't give you no kickback. It's so luxurious when it comes to ASFs, dude. But rats, no, dirty work. Rats are dirty work. Mice are ruthless. Mice fuck each other up, dude. It's just mice are mean. Are your mice mean, Emilio? No.
Yeah. I have all lab white.
Oh. They're all white. Yeah, mine are like brown and fucking.
The wild ones are a little faster, a little bit more
crazy,
more nervous, a little bit more.
That makes sense because I got black, orange. I got everything, bro, and they're fucking.
There's not a single mouse in my colony that has any color.
Is that bad? Do I need a?
I would do all lab. Yeah.
Do I need to like separate the color to the white? That sounds fucked up. But I'm just saying, what do I need to do?
Hey, since we're talking about rodents, I haven't asked you this. Are you breeding rats still?
Yeah, he said rat. Me or Paco?
You.
Me? Yeah. Hell yeah, I'm breeding rats.
But could you get away with not having rats?
No, dude, I can't. No, just because there's certain chondros I like to only give rats to, like, which are my bigger females and stuff. So, but you know what, dude? I don't know. I didn't really do the homework or the math on how much I would spend on rats. Like, if it's even worth it, like, because I don't use that many rats. I use mostly ASFs and mice, to be honest.
If you could double your ASF and mouse production with your existing racks or whatnot, because rats take a lot of space.
Yeah, and they do.
The rats have, you could probably double your ASF and mouse production, and then you don't have to worry about having those big ass animals that nothing eats.
Well, I do have my I have my Voltipide that fucking eats my retired.
I mean, but bro, when you talk about how many rats you have to retire, that shit's
and I have a bunch. I have a bunch that are due to die here pretty soon. Like, I've had them for a while, and I'm just like, yeah, I think your time's coming.
And you have to be on point retiring them at the right time, because if not, you're losing money and production.
Yeah,
that's where I mess up, man. I let them all get really old.
I didn't know that. So they get old and they stop producing, right? So you're just wasting time.
All they're doing is eating.
Oh my God, I think that's happening to me right now.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I'm gonna kill some things tonight for sure. Oh man, it is what it is, dude. I think, you know what? Fuck the rats. I think I could do it without the rats. I really do.
I think you can.
Damn, Paco, what do you think?
Yeah, no, that's where I mess up, honestly, every single year. I just let them all get really old. I didn't have any in rotation, and then for like 2-3 months, I'm having to buy a bunch of stuff.
Because what I'm doing is I'm not really holding back babies and letting them breed. I'm just fucking I'm feeding them off. Like, once they get to a certain size, I'm like, all right, gonna feed you off. But now I think I do have a bunch of litters that I think I need to either, if I'm going to keep the rats, it's time to retire the fucking ones I've had for about 8 months at this point, maybe longer, but they're tapped. I think they're tapped.
You should have replacement females growing at all times.
And also, I want to give myself a little fucking credit. I took a break from breeding rats for like 45 years, and I think I just forgot this method. I'm not gonna lie. But dude, I'm glad. Dude, I just learned. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for putting me on. Because I don't want to. Okay, I get it. We're talking about feeding a fucking nonsense ball python. Last thing I want to feed are some nonsense rats. What the fuck? I don't want to waste money on rats that aren't giving me nothing. Like, dude, I'm not a rat pet keeper, dude. Fuck that. Oh man, you guys just turned on a fucking fire on my ass right now. Pause. I need to figure this out, dude. What are you gonna say, Emilio? I'm sorry.
I know your emeralds. You like to feed them rats too, right?
Yeah, but they large. Like they don't the breeding size. That's too big. That's like that's like XL. Like those are
Okay.
large is where I'm at. I'm like large for my emeralds.
Okay. Large rat.
Large rat. I mean, unless the female's about to get gravid, then I will give her a jumbo, like something bigger than a large, but it's not common. It's hardly ever. I'd like to stick to large rats.
Okay.
And what's crazy is you guys are gonna laugh. I have a fucking freezer of like 200 large rats in my freezer, just because I don't have that many rats at that size available that I breed. So, damn, tomorrow's gonna be a whole inventory day of what I'm gonna do.
Tell you, a really big ASF retired breeder is pretty big too, bro. You might be able to
get perfect. Okay, so the perfect for me, the biggest size ASF I get is comparable to a big full grown small rat. They don't. That's the biggest my ASFs get. Okay. Well, how big are you seeing?
I mean, I've let them grow. I've bred the ASF so long, here and there, that they're big.
How many grams? Do you weigh them or no?
I'd have to weigh them, but they're big,
yeah,
bro.
Well, see, eyeballing. Okay, here's the thing. Eyeballing is crazy because when you weigh it, it kind of tells you the actual truth. And I've had some things I've been way off eyeballing until I put it on the scale, but I am curious. I want to know that biggest ASF you have.
I'll weigh them tomorrow. They're comparable to a medium rat that I get.
Okay. Yeah.
I would say, what do you think about that, Paco?
Yeah.
About how big they are?
Like a really big male ASF that's being retired. They're pretty big, right?
Yeah, they are pretty big. I would say
they're thick.
You've always done Norwegian rats, Paco?
Yeah, it's just a Norwegian.
Yeah. And did you ever dabble with ASFs or no?
No, I haven't. Yeah, we can't have them here in Georgia.
Oh, they're illegal in Georgia?
Yep.
Okay. So with that being said, I feel like feeding is a huge tool. Like obviously, like if you want to get a male ready at a certain time and a female, that feeding part is where it comes in, right? For you, were you kind of late to that? Like, did you find out about the feeding thing as far as like how to get a male quick to size later on, or did did someone put you onto that right in the beginning?
When I first started doing this, like back in 2020, I was just doing once a week, a good sized rat. Or I know Tom Harbin had a great way of just getting these things super fast, like a weight on them. And then anyways, I just couldn't understand how these people were getting so much weight on these animals. Well, turns out they're feeding 2 times a week.
So or even 3 times a week.
Yeah. Well,
dude.
And then I just had no idea how they were doing it. And then turns out, they were feeding, like I said, 2 times a week. And I just thought you couldn't do that. So now I just do every Wednesday and Sunday for something that I'm really trying to get up to size pretty quick and stuff. So I'll do that up until like 700 grams or so. And then after that, I do kind of slow down to once a week, a pretty good size rat.
But your adults are once a week, correct? Once they get to an adult?
Yeah, they're once a week. Yeah.
What about, do you use an ultrasound?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about that. Like what is the ultrasound helping you with? And how long have you been using an ultrasound for?
I got one pretty early on. I would say kind of probably 21. I ended up like around 22 once everything was starting to get up to size to try to go. I started using the ultrasound, and I mean it's been a lifesaver for me because you just know when to use your male. You just know when the female is going to be ready, so you don't waste a good male on them and stuff. But I never really like paid attention to the signs. I know some people can just look at something and like based on like palpate the follicles and stuff. I never did like do all of that. So, but I'm happy to have my ultrasound for sure.
I'll admit to you guys, I was in the fucking Stone Age.
Yeah.
I am in the Stone Age.
Hey, I'm being straight up with you, bro. Because look, man, I was in my dry Marcon chat today, and I did a little poll with people that have more experience than me, and they told me, hey, that's your pre-ovulation shed, and the only way I knew that was through the ultrasound. It's a new species, bro. Thank God I had the ultrasound. And look, back in the day, I used to say I don't need that shit. Yeah. I was fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Damn, way to come at me, Emilio.
Not you.
No, but you're right, because like at the end of Alex Warren and Bill Stiegel, they ultrasound the share of their chondros, and it helps. The thing is, I don't have a fucking Alex Warren. How am I gonna fucking ultrasound a chondro by myself
You
and
can
not
do
get
it, bro.
blood
You
all
can do
over
it
me?
yourself.
No, you're nuts.
So you'll figure it out.
You're gonna tell me I can ultrasound my
You will
fucking
figure
my
it out.
black
You will
females by
figure it
myself?
out. I
Dude.
promise you'll figure it out.
No, you're coming over. You're coming up. No, I'm flying you here, and you're gonna help me now.
Bro, I ultrasound all my snakes by myself.
Chondros. We're talking chondros.
Bro, even this fast ass dry marcon that I have to worry about it, biting me potentially.
Dramacons aren't fucking insecure like chondros. Chondros have issues. Okay, they will bite you just for looking at them wrong. All right.
I mean, but you got to try it. You got to try it, and I think you might be surprised that you could do it.
All right, I'm gonna go live, and every time I bleed, I'm gonna fucking I swear to God, Emilio. No, but listen, all jokes aside, dude, I'm so tired of not having an ultrasound. I think this is it. I'm ready. Because Paco, let's be real. You started with an ultrasound, and that eliminated all guessing for you. There's no guessing involved when you have an ultrasound. Yeah, you got to learn how to use it first and foremost. But that, I feel like, again, if somebody was coming into this game and they asked me if they need an ultrasound 2 years ago or a year ago, I would have told them no. I think it's so crucial if you have an ultrasound, because first and foremost, it's a good thing to learn something new. Like, it's good to just know how to use one, even if you don't need it. But goddamn, you'd be surprised, like Emilio says, how much you could utilize an ultrasound. And I just like being Mr. fucking suspense. Oh, let me, I'll predict it's coming, and there you go. But
now, I have to say, everything that he says about learning their behaviors, what to look for, and
That's
all that,
important.
yes, that's super important. But you should do that also as you ultrasound the animal and see the physical changes, the color changes. You should see all that, the behavioral changes, all that. You have to really pay attention. You can't just be like, oh, yeah, okay, here. Oh, man.
No, see how she's acting. Is she belly up? Is she not belly up?
Follicles grew this week. Oh, man, I'm so excited.
Oh my God. Let me guess. This guy, Jose, another Cubano probably who lives next to you. You fucking go and help this guy. Okay, Emilio? And you're telling me go do it with the chondros by myself and kick rocks. That's what you're telling me. But Jose Guerrero, you like to help your...
Jose's in Texas, bro. I've never helped.
I'm sorry. You fucking troll. You got me, Jose. I'm kidding. Shocked at Jose. No, but I mean, at the end of the day, Paco, you would recommend an ultrasound to anyone new coming into this, right?
I think it depends on how big your collection is too. I think if you have just a couple of them, I think you can get away without the ultrasound. But as you go on and you definitely grow, I think it's definitely worth the investment 100%.
Yeah. So as of now, how do you utilize an ultrasound? Is it just based off when it comes to pairing, or how are you using it?
Yeah, no, I'll just start ultrasounding things, and once they're about 10 millimeter follicles, I'll do that first introduction with the male. I'll give them a lock, and I'll check again in a month, and just kind of follow that. I only try to get about 3 to 4 locks on a female, depending on what it is and stuff. But for the most part, that's honestly what I do. I know I've had some females where I'll ultrasound. There'll be 13 millimeter follicles. I'll check again, and hasn't happened a lot, but I'll check again in like 4 weeks, and they're already 35 millimeter follicles. It's just crazy how they develop. Some I've had stay at like 20 millimeter follicles for like 4 or 5 months, man. Which is
really,
they just stall right there.
Frustrating.
Yeah.
So okay, what is that called? Does that mean they're going to reabsorb, or what does that mean when that's happening typically from your experience, both of you guys?
I've had them actually sometimes go. I will say, like, they'll be, if they're still feeding heavy, that's obviously still a very good sign. If they're building and then they just stop feeding, that's kind of when I'm like, oh, okay. And then like I'll ultrasound, and you can tell that they're definitely reabsorbing and stuff. In my experience, at least.
Yeah, what I've seen is that when they're stuck like that, it doesn't look good.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
But I mean, again, they're not all like that. But I'm not feeling good if I don't see growth. I'm not feeling good at all, bro. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
So, again, frustrating as shit when you don't have an ultrasound and this female is belly up, getting locked, and ain't nothing. The bitch just keeps eating. And I did again, this kind of, it kind of goes back to just like, man, Okay, but hold on, time out. I gotta ask you guys. So if we're in a position here, this female is stuck at a certain number, you keep pairing and say and until that shit is done, or do you kind of sit back and say this male is better off somewhere else because this chick ain't moving with her follicles? Like, what do you guys do in that position?
Go ahead, Paco.
I just look at what like how much that male's been paired. You know, if he definitely still hasn't been paired a lot, I'll throw in another pair. But I only go for about 3 to 4 locks. After that, I really don't even try to pair them anymore, to be honest.
Oh, really? So you feel like just that amount of locks is all you need, and if it goes, and that's
Correct. Yeah, just because like I'm trying to utilize that male for other things and stuff. But if it's one I'm not really breeding a lot, sure, I'll throw them in as many times, honestly.
it? How many? Go ahead, Emilio. I'm about.
For me, I'm trying to stimulate also a better feeding response. I'm gonna pair it depending on how important that pairing is. I'm gonna try different things. I'm gonna put that male in there. I mean, sometimes you might have to put a backup male in there. I mean, it just depends on so many things. But yeah, I'm trying different prey. I mean, sometimes when they're stuck at that 20, sometimes they're not even interested in food.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, if they are eating, you should probably hit them a little harder, don't you think?
Yeah,
if they're taking it, but it's warning them when they're off food. Because
and I also think it's the male. If the male's not doing his job, it's not stimulating the girl. I mean, I mean that there's a lot to this shit, man. You know?
Yeah. It's frustrating.
Yeah. And again, what's frustrating for sure is when they're off food and they look big, their belly up, and you're like, oh, for sure she's gonna ovulate. And then 2 months later, just not eating. And what the fuck? But I've also had situations where they end up going 2 months later, and it's like, holy shit. And again,
reabsorbed and then win again?
No, like meaning like again, I don't ultrasound, so I don't know what was really happening. But she was getting locked, she was eating, went off food. And then I eventually stopped pairing. And then 2 months later, I have no pairing. She ends up ovulating.
That situation there is like what we were talking about, where you rarely get that female that gives you 100% growth rate of follicles in 4 weeks. That's probably what happened there. It's happened to me before my ultrasound. I had girls surprise me too, where I'm like, what the hell? Those are probably those girls that Paco was referencing earlier.
Yeah, and again, what was trippy is like she wasn't eating during this 2 months, and she still went. You know,
mine turned off food at 15 millimeters, and then that same month, I checked her and she was at 30 something, so she didn't even eat no more.
I had something really weird happen to me last year. I had a female who, I swear, I saw the 35 millimeter follicles, I saw the pre-lay, the ovulation, all that. And one day I was just feeding rats and stuff. And then anyways, I almost threw a rat in her. And I just happened to look and she looked hungry. And she still hadn't laid eggs, nothing. This is after supposedly the pre-lay shed. And then I threw in a rat and she ate it, man. And she never laid eggs. It was weird.
I had one reabsorb at 35 or 33. Yeah.
But like I'm saying, I saw like the ovulation. I saw a whole ovulation and stuff. So I don't know. It was just super weird.
Yeah,
and then
I've never seen that, but I have had females reabsorb at 33, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking wild.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah, that shit. That I did not expect. Again, new to ultrasounding, only 2 years, but I was like, wow, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I got a question for you guys. In the thick of breeding, and you have a male that's just going to town, how do you like to feed that male? Is it just normal feeding for that male once a week? And are the meal size the same? Or do you guys like to go lighter when they're breeding? What's your guys' take on keeping the males fueled with food while they're breeding? How do you guys play that? Whoever wants to go first.
I honestly just feed them regular, a good, decent little size meal. Not too big, not too light either. That's just what I do. I don't know if that's best.
Small rat?
Yeah. Good little rat, like a little smaller, little bigger than weaned rat. Yeah. And that's just what I've done, because I'm in the same situation right now with my male. I was kind of looking at him the other day because I still have all these, well, I wouldn't say that many more females, but I started counting and I was like, holy crap, man, he's already locked 9 females, like 3-4 times each. But he's still eating good. And he's still got great weight and everything. So I'm getting a little nervous as to how many more times I'm wanting to obviously pair them, you know, but
Yeah, because I mean, all it takes is that one, and he's like, "I'm done eating. I don't want I'm just over it. I just want pussy all the time." I've seen it, dude. I've seen males where they're just like they go off food for like 6 months. It hasn't happened to me a lot, but there's literally males I had to pull out because I'm like, dude, you're not eating. Like, what the fuck? And they're just all just trying to lock things, you know. But also, you know, when you have a powerful male, you got to pay attention to those things.
I'm being a lot more careful with males.
Yeah, same here.
Especially rookie males. But I have a male that yes, it's his first year breeding, but he's actually I would say 2 years old if I remember correctly. And bro, I'm giving him again first breeding season, but he has at least 5 girls, and I'm giving him a nice ASF every week, bro. And he's taking it, and he's taking it with gusto, and he's always ready when the tub opens. So
yeah.
I'm gonna give him as much food as he wants.
Yeah.
Because you know what? We were taught to have our males lean and mean and all this shit, bro. That I'm not doing that shit no more. My males need to be 1,000, 1,200 grams. I ain't fucking around.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah,
I agree.
Dude, we have a fucking troll in the chats. I'm just kidding. Shout out to Double J. But guess what? Not a super chat, but I like this guy, and I'm gonna ask the question anyways. What do you think of Sunset, Paco? Don't hold back.
Yeah. No, it's a good project. I don't work it personally.
No, it's a good project.
He held back. He held back. Paco's a nice guy. That's why I love Paco. He's not here to hurt people. He's a nice guy. But I know what he meant by that.
No. I think it genuinely is a good project, you know. So
but do you have it?
I don't have it.
Okay. But do you want it?
If I had the space and means for it, yeah, I would absolutely.
If I had the space or the means for it,
yeah.
So it's not that important to Paco. Paco's not he's not against it. He just don't want it that bad.
Paco, you said the beans?
Yeah, like just more money and stuff, you know. I'd buy into
Paco.
Yeah.
Hey, Double J has left the building for sure. He's gone. He said, "Fuck this. I'm watching Monday Night Raw right now. I don't give a fuck about this."
No, I like it though. It's nice.
I mean, because here's the thing. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this, bro. Different topic for a second.
Okay.
What do you think about these industry haters? All these guys being negative about the investment market and us saying that we're misleading people and we're leading them to financial ruin. And bro, because for me, I'm gonna say this right now, man. We got guys like you there, you know, that have are professionals in various careers, you know, doctors, professional athletes, actors, bro. You could go down the whole fucking thing. We have people in all phases of industries in our industry and loving it. Doctors, okay, everything, and these people still shit on our industry. What do you think about that?
Honestly, man, I really don't even pay no mind, man. There's levels to this, you know, as far as like, you know, like if you just want to have like a little collection for yourself, whatever, breed little $200-300 snakes, nothing wrong with that, man. That's more power to you, everything. But you know, like you said, there's people who are trying to do this more as an investment side.
Yeah.
And you know, that's definitely kind of more on the side I'm wanting to do. So, like I said, man, I really don't even pay it no mind, to be honest.
Okay.
To each their own.
And Paco, the serious ones, the investors, the ones really tapped in, they do not partake in any of that negative shit. Okay, they're not in the comment sections. Like Paco, you're not in the comment sections talking shit. Emilio's not. Justin's not. Miguel's not. Like the ones who are really honed in this fucking hobby, working on their projects, they ain't got time to go entertain negative shit. And what's crazy is, bro, that's what it comes down to. I've had this conversation with Justin all the time, and Justin's like, dude, the serious ones, you don't see that from the serious ones. And again, you are who you hang around with. So he makes a good point. And it makes sense why you don't really understand it, because you don't fucking partake in it. It's not your thing.
Yeah, no, I know. When I remember Emilio when they first posted that Xanthic Hypo DG clown, and it was on Facebook where people obviously were giving their opinion about it. You know, this is oh, there are already so many out there and stuff, you know. And I know Emilio was commenting on that, you know, just trying to tell people, you know, oh, show me where and stuff, you know. But I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, man, it's just people who don't understand, you know, and just kind of talking out of their ass. So I just don't even pay no mind.
People love to talk out of their ass, you know.
Yeah.
Because guess what? They don't understand.
Negative people looking like jackasses, bro. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, dude, it's always going to be a part of what we do because, like, you know, it sucks, man. Like, kind of going back to your situation, right? Like, what if you had to tap out? Like, what if you had to sell everything, right? Well, people do that, but they still stick around. And they stick around and they have a really bad taste in their mouth. So what do? They throw stones at the people who are still in it. Yeah. I don't think that would have been you at all. I don't. I really, and I'm glad we're not going to find out because you're here, right? But there are people who are just super bitter about their situation. Like, they're just so unhappy. And that's what it comes down to. Whoever's talking shit is so unhappy with their own situation. So what's going to make that person feel better? Let me shit on someone else. You know what I mean? And again, it's always after the people who are making moves in this hobby. It's never the ones who are chilling at the bottom that they go after. What fun is that? That person's right next to me. Why am I going to make fun of the misery one? He's with me. I want to make fun of that person who's fucking winning in life. That's what it comes down to, bro. I've been told this multiple times. The shots don't come from the top. The shots only come from the bottom. You know? Yeah. And again, who wants to fucking even sit around and entertain that shit? I don't. I really don't.
And it's not even, there's people like even with the lower end stuff, dude, that are killing it. Honestly.
Yeah, big time. They're having fun.
Like, I'm not knocking anybody who's breeding just like lower end stuff, pet stuff, man. But they're the ones, like you said, just putting in work and stuff, putting themselves out there, advertising, you know, stuff like that. But they're not the ones complaining either, you know, because they're making
these people hitting on all of it.
Yeah.
But mainly they go for the top because, I mean, I don't know, some of their viewers maybe are breeding some of the low, and they're having trouble with that as well. But what I would tell people out there watching this shit is, do you want to stay there with that, or do you want to learn and get better? Because to learn and get better, you have to get out of the negativity. So get out of the negativity. Get out of it. Get out of the mud. Get out of the mud.
Yeah, but also too, like, dude, I don't ever look at somebody's like projects and value them because of their projects. Not at all, dude. If you're at a fucking show and you're slinging pies and bells and blue, good for you, dude. I look up to shit like that. You're fucking hustling, you're grinding, and you're right, Paco. There's plenty of people like that. Emilio's one of them. Emilio makes a fucking killing off bells and pies. Okay, and that's not even his bread and butter as far as like his main projects. He has other crazy shit, but he knows what he could fucking sell at these shows and make a killing off of. Yeah. But the thing is it easy, Emilio? Like, is it? I mean, no, it's work. I see this guy exhausted on Mondays sometimes because he's fresh off a fucking show weekend, and he's like, dude, I'm fucking beat, but guess what? Made 12K. I'm ready. I'm here. Okay, well, let's fucking go. And that's what I'm talking about. Exactly. I would never look at someone who has, you know, whatever lower end animals and say, oh, you're a bottom feeder. No, dude, that's not how I fucking label bottom feeders. I label bottom feeders who just fucking talk shit and don't show any work. Yeah, I label bottom feeders who just fucking, all they do is run their mouth and show zero animals. That's a bottom feeder.
I think a bottom feeder for me is someone that just wants to stay in the mud, you know, and stay dirty and not get better.
Choice. That's their choice too. That's where they want to be there in the pigs.
To be that type of person, stay the hell away from me. I don't want you in my circle. I don't want you around me. I don't want anyone. I don't want any negativity like that in my life, bro.
I don't even want to smell you. I don't want to look at you.
We're here to thrive, progress, and get better every day. And if you're gonna sit there and listen to fucking loser ass motherfuckers all week, stay with those people. But guess what? You're not learning nothing. You're learning to stay where they are.
Yep. So that's who you surround yourself with, man. I, for example, I go to shows. I'm with Muscles and Geeks Ball Pythons, Wesley, Mikey, and Chris Hernan, man. And I absolutely just love our little group, man, to be honest. You know, we all just kind of do our own thing. We don't mix in with none of the drama, none of that. And, you know, we just have a great time, man, together, just hanging out together, you know.
Oh, you're gonna tell me you haven't dabbled into the scrambler drama at all? Come on, buddy. I know you've caught wind of some of that, at least a little bit.
I mean,
talk
I
about?
heard that, you know
Okay.
what I mean? I heard about it and stuff, you know. And Chris obviously is like the main guy for that and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I like I said, man, I don't have any scramblers, so I haven't really looked into it, to be honest, you know.
Not your
I don't
department.
care. What's that?
Not your department.
Yeah, that's what I mean, you know, so I just stay out of it. It doesn't even pay me no mind.
Now, with that being said, you know, I don't know. With right now, bro, only money kind of being spent in the hobby is scared money. It's not that kind of money we saw pre-COVID, right? Or
Mhm.
in this peak of COVID where motherfuckers stimulus checks just getting thrown at us, right? But for somebody out there who's wondering, is it even a good time to invest in a powerhouse male? What would you say to that right now? What would you say? What would you say to somebody who has a good stack and they want to buy, but they're wondering, is it smart to buy right now? And I know the answer to this, but I want to hear you. Like, what would you say to that?
I think it's a great time to buy, man. I think it's to be honest, I mean, if, like you said, if you have the females ready and stuff, yeah, absolutely. I think it's a good time to buy. I look at a lot of these guys who came in kind of when the market was down. For example, Matsu Morphs. I don't know if you're familiar with him, man. He's making some crazy stuff right now. You know, I think he came in with a good bit of money during like a when the market was low, and we're still kind of like on that trend right now. You know, I feel like it's still sales are still happening, but it's still going to continue to go up again, in my opinion. So I think right now you can get a good deal on stuff. So yeah, in my opinion, things are just kind of like on sale right now.
What are some of the things you're looking at? Are you looking at anything? You got anything that's eyeballing like that? That's getting your attention that you
Yeah.
might swoop on? And if so, let's hear a little bit. You don't have to tell us everything, but what's grabbing your attention right there that you want?
Yeah, no, I so again, I'm working the quad stuff right now with a hypoexanthic DG clown. I have 5 females for that project right now. I have a male for those females, but he has pastel. I'm trying to weed out the pastel. So I'm wanting for example, a hypoexanthic double het DG clown right now. It hasn't even I don't even know who has that right now. It might still be a while, but that's what I'm really eyeing at this moment right now.
They're gonna keep
Um,
that.
yeah, most likely, you know, and these females still probably have 2 years, you know,
Yeah.
2 years and stuff. So maybe by then and stuff. But right now, man, I'm just at the point where I'm just like, again, I'm working with what I have right now. I have my triple het females, 2 of those females, they're at 35 millimeter follicles right now for the Xanthic DG clown. So I'm
Damn.
hoping I can obviously, you know, hopefully hit one, and that would really help me in my situation right now, because I have a bunch of females that are clown or DG clown stuff like that, but I need the Xanthic visual for that side. So
Is there anything new coming down the pike that you're really like interested in down the road that you're looking at that you don't have at the moment?
that I don't have at the moment. I haven't really looked at a lot of stuff, man, to be honest with you. I'm just trying to get codoms into this stuff right now. But as far as adding another gene, I don't know. And if I did, I don't even know how to go about it. I like the hypo puzzle stuff, but I don't have any of it, you know, so
You don't have any puzzle at all?
I don't have any puzzle,
Mm.
you know.
Dang.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't have
nice. I
puzzle
like it, like I said, but I just again, man, I'm still kind of recovering from all this, you know.
Yeah.
I just don't want to dump as much money into it anymore.
I
you
got
know?
Okay. All right, we're gonna pretend because this is for sure pretend. I don't have either one, but let's just say right now I had a sunset and I had a puzzle, and I could give you whichever one you want. What would you take?
Yeah. Puzzle, in my opinion. Yeah.
Pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
Double J. I'm coming after Double J in the chats, baby, every time. No, but dude, okay, I want to talk about this snake here because it made the thumbnail, obviously, so you know it's crucial. But holy shit!
Yeah.
Can you talk about that snake, please?
Yeah. No, that's I picked that one up, man, from Kanoa.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Man.
It's amazing, bro.
Thank you.
But dude, that's baller. That's a baller ass snake right there.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Like I said, I'm still investing into it, you know, just definitely not as heavy as how I used to be, you know.
I think a lot of people are feeling like that right now, bro. So don't feel bad at all.
Yeah.
Most people we brought on.
What? Say that again, Emilio. Say that again. What?
That most people are going that route where they're investing, but just not as hard as before.
Well, they're being more methodical. It's more like,
Yeah.
every
Be more careful,
because every penny counts. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And again, we're talking about like Paco has PTSD off of DG clown shit right now. You know what I mean? So the last thing he's gonna do is drop fucking 6 figures on something that we know could be way different in a year from now. You know what I mean? And also you have that taste, like what that feeling is dropping all that money up front, right? Like you understand what's at stake when that happens, right, Paco? And
it's a risk. It's a
big risk, big rewards. You know what I mean?
I think the safer investments right now are the stuff that's really rare. Really rare. It has to be really rare. That's all.
Yeah. What
would you consider really rare?
True ghost combos.
The Cosmos, Tornado,
stuff
like you said, Hypo,
Exantic.
The double head DJ
Exantic clown
stuff. That stuff is super rare. Stuff that is really rare.
Stuff we haven't seen.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. And again, like with all jokes aside, Sunset, like there's shit we haven't even seen yet with Sunset, and it will be amazing. I'll tell you what, like, again, I'm not being serious right now. There will be, and we've seen Cypress Sunsets that Miguel's made. I've seen other Sunset combos that Justin have made, that Brock have made. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And shit like that is what people want. People want shit that's ridiculous, and we're going there.
Let me say this too. Also, those genes that we brought up, the mass producers aren't massing that.
No, they're not.
So that's also very important, to look at. We got to pay attention to that stuff.
Okay, let's play a little game real quick. What do you think is the next mass-produced combo out there that people should be keeping their eyes open on? What do you think? I think right now, obviously, we know DG Clown is cheaper it's ever been. It's pretty, and it's crazy to see because DG Clowns are gorgeous. Like, if a really good quality DG Clown still slaps, but I'm seeing it for like 600, 500. I'm not joking. I've seen DG Clown's visuals at that price, right?
$500. Yeah.
What's the next one you think that's going to come down like that?
Paco, you go ahead. I mean, there's quite a few things, but you go ahead.
Yeah, okay, I get it. But what are the ones that stick out the most to you?
I think at some point, obviously, Exantic stuff,
we're years from that. I feel like we're because here's the thing: if you have Hypo and Exantic, dude, you have at least a decade of that to prove out. I think Exantic, like I said, Emilio called it. Hypo Exantic is in the driver's seat right now. That has so many legs.
With DG,
of course, right? Yeah, right. But again, there's stuff that's already like, I don't know. My guess is puzzle shit.
Yeah.
I think puzzle's gonna just be everywhere.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
You're gonna see sick shit, but it's gonna be everywhere.
Yeah.
It's crazy that an Exantic clown costs more than a DG clown,
Yeah.
How'd that work out? That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
But why?
Because of less supply and demand.
Producer is
supply and demand. Yep.
Yeah. Where are the Exantic clowns at? They're not there. Where are the DG clowns at? Everywhere. Fucking Fireball fucking shipped out 1,000.
I mean,
it's the truth. What do you want from me, bro?
Yeah. I mean, yes, sir.
Hey, what a game.
I mean, listen, it's the nature of the game, right? If everyone focuses on 2 or 3 avenues, it happens. But at the end of the day, if they're beautiful animals, you start layering other stuff into it. You have to be you got to do your own thing and be proactive and making it better. That's it.
And think ahead, man. Like, the thing is, it's like it's crazy because whatever you're thinking of now, you probably should have thought of 4 years ago. That's how this game is. It's almost like you got to make sure your mindset is that far down the road when it comes to projects. Because whatever's happening this year is too late. It's already happening. Like, and it's already set in stone. Your mind
creative.
Your mind should be creating shit that's going to be popping off in the next 3, 4, 5 years. And you should be creative and thinking outside the box type shit. Like, you almost want to assume people are not going to be doing these projects, and that's Those are the ones you go after. And with that being said, there are definitely some projects that have been kicked to this curb, but that doesn't mean they're out forever. So I want to talk about some of those projects. First one that stands out to me, lavender. Okay. Were you ever a lavender fan, Paco? Like, did you ever pursue like dreamsicle stuff or lavender stuff? Was that ever like a part of your
Yeah, man, I actually have a good little bit of it.
Perfect. So
I would say a good little bit of it. I have 6 animals for it. But
you're in it. You're in it,
yeah,
though.
I'm in the project. Yeah.
So do you think like something like that is going to become making a comeback?
I don't think it'll make a comeback. I think it's always going to be a staple as far as like, just getting new people into it, I guess, because that's honestly what's sold the best for me at shows is lavender stuff. Dreamsicle, especially getting the Inchy into it.
Yeah.
I picked up a Inchy leopard blackhead lav, and that thing is crazy, man. It's probably my brightest animal in my collection for sure. So that's what I mean. It's just I don't think I'll ever get rid of that, and I don't even really care to add more stuff into it. I just would like to keep recreating the same thing in that.
Damn, can we look at that snake? I'm about to pull it up right now. This thing is fucking
those
insane.
Those animals, you don't have to move on from them.
Yeah, that one. So that's
that's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, that's exactly. No,
isn't this kind of like what the starburst snake was?
That's what blackhead though. That's
okay.
What's blackhead. Yep. So that's what I mean. It's just beautiful, man, and like it just having that on your table and stuff. It just looks really good. It's grabs people's attention, and and then once you get the pied into that, it definitely just gets a new person interested in the hobby. I feel like.
Okay, well, pied was my next thing I want to talk about because again, pied killer at a show, right? Any pieds are gonna fucking kill it, but if we're talking higher end pieds, let's take a couple deep breaths here, right? Because if you are shooting for a sunset exantic DG fucking pied, and you get a all white pied with a speck on the head for some reason, what do you do with that snake? I mean, obviously you hold it back. I would first and foremost. Because you ain't gonna get shit for that snake, because because visually they can't see the sunset, they can't see the DG, they just see a dot. And I'm just kind of being drastic with that. But how many examples of high-end pies do we see out there that are labeled this, and that? And you look at it and go, I see pinstripe, I don't see it. You know what I mean? So how do you think the pied game is gonna work out for the higher end stuff, especially for your own projects?
For a while I was really pursuing the DG clown pied stuff. Initially, obviously, when the whole DG clown, DG pod craze was going on, I actually have a lot of those females right now that are pretty much ready to pair, but I don't even know that I want to go that route anymore. I've noticed I made some DG, like I made clown pied combo het DG stuff, and honestly, all that stuff has been sitting for me, man. I just don't feel like you said, that stuff's moving into higher end stuff anymore.
Yeah.
It's still a nice project, obviously, but it's just harder to move at this point. I feel like people are definitely on the same page with it, just moving away from that. But
I want to give another breeder props because I saw you buy this last year. I was actually right next to you when you bought this. Remember, I was vlogging and I'm like, "What'd you just get?"
Oh,
right
yeah.
now? And I was like, "That thing is fucking sick." But shout out to Justin, bro.
Yeah.
Armless angels.
Yep.
Armless.
Yep.
Yeah. Dude, we haven't had him on the show. Fuck, I got to get that guy on. But he's definitely like, people know who Justin is, but he's a low key dude who just has crazy fucking heat. He produces some amazing animals. And again, I remember literally you buying this. I was at his table filming a vlog for Morph Market when you bought that snake.
Huh.
And so this snake at this point, is that a male or female?
That was a male. Yeah.
Okay. So is he breeding for you yet?
So I actually sold him yesterday.
Wow.
my plans changed, man.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, that happens, right? Things you have to redirect. So I like that snake, dude. So
I did too.
Can you tell me why you had to make that choice? Like why you had to, what it was that made you have to sell it?
Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of looking at it genetically and stuff, obviously I'm trying to get a lot of DG stuff into it as well. And I just didn't really feel like it was advancing me in any way, personally. So just because it was pretty and stuff, yeah, it's nice, but It just really wasn't. I didn't have a lot of females to pair it with that were really going to advance me. So that's why I decided to sell it. It's a beautiful animal, honestly. It was gorgeous, but yeah, that's why I ended up getting rid of them.
Did you sell it at the show, or did you sell it? Where did you sell? Oh, okay, damn. So you had that on your table.
Yep, I had it on my table. Yep.
Okay, you don't have to answer this, but it'd be cool if you did. Did you lose money on the sale, or did you make money?
I lost $200 on it.
That ain't bad.
No, I mean, no,
that ain't bad at all.
Yeah, I lost $200, man. You know, kind of hurt, but
yeah, but not really. Like, I mean,
could be worse.
It could be way worse. It could be 2,000 less.
or you could lose 8,000. You know,
or you know what I mean. I mean, and that's, you know, for how quick the ball python's moving, and that was a year ago when you bought that snake, and it only went down $200 in value. And mind you, too, like you sold it at a show. You didn't post it on Morph Market or anything, right?
Yeah, I had it on Morph Market.
You got a Morph Market? Okay.
Yeah, I never had any inquiries on it, and then finally, you know, someone actually came up and said I came here for this animal specifically. So I was like, oh. Funny how that works. So yeah, he gave him a little deal on it, and you know, I told him, I said, look, man, I'm losing money on this, but you know, so
I mean, and we all know, like you do get, you know, you get snakes for the most part, you know, on a good deal at a show, because you know the vendors willing to work something out with you for the most part. So exactly. I feel like the best deal you could get for any snake is at a show.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Right?
Bring cash too. Cash always does.
Cash helps. Or Zelle. I like Zelle. I heard Zelle is no longer in. That's not true, right? Somebody says Zelle doesn't work no more. That can't be true, because I just got Zelle not too long ago. So
yeah, it works.
I'll take Zelle or cash.
It has a limit, a daily limit.
Mine's not bad. Mine's enough. But yeah, I mean, dude, I don't like cash no more. I used to love cash, but dude, cash means I have to go to the bank, and I don't want to go to the bank. I don't know. Do you guys like me though? You still a cash guy? Do you have a lot of cash on you all the time, or is it all in the bank?
It depends. It's a mixture.
Yeah. And what about you, Paco? A little bit of both?
Well, I really don't care a lot of cash, to be honest.
It's so dirty. Cash is so nasty. Like, I don't know. Like, think about the hands people it goes through. I just, ever since we're all in this new digital world, I just fucking just put it in my account. You know what I mean? I don't want to go to the bank. But yeah, it's crazy where we're at nowadays. Now, with that being said, Paco, what do you do for work? Can you remind me what your actual day-to-day is?
ER nurse.
Oh yeah, dude. Stressful.
Yeah, it has its days, man.
I could totally see you as a nurse, dude. Just because you're so fucking awesome. You're so, like, it makes sense. You're as sweet as you are because you're a fucking nurse. And you're like, nurse care about people. Like, that's why nurses are nurses. They fucking legit want to help people. So that makes sense. And I think I remember you telling me this now. So you've been an ER nurse for how long now?
6 years now.
6 years.
Yep, 6 years.
Okay, man. I know there's days that are tough with your line of work, right? I'm assuming there's some either busy days or some exhausting days. Do you ever look at the snakes like an outlet sometimes? Like, are the snakes ever a therapeutic time for you where you get to kind of like break away from reality and just be in your world? Is that kind of how the snakes work for you at all, or no?
Yeah, no, they definitely help for sure. I'm a new dad. He's 9 months. So that definitely now is obviously my outlet to come home and, you know, definitely have some fun with my kid. But the snakes definitely help too, man. But
go ahead, Amelia. We're gonna ask something.
You still doing the side gig too? You're a pro, man. You're a what do they say? You got two different hats, right?
A man of many coats. Is that what a man of many hats or something? What the fuck's that saying? A man of many something. You know what we're saying?
My tongue. You know, yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I got my real estate license as well. I haven't done too much with it just because honestly, work and doing the snakes and, you know, trying to be at home with the family and stuff. But here in about March 4th is my last day here at my job, just because I'm there on a contract and pretty much at this point they didn't renew me. So as of March 4th, I won't be employed. But honestly, man, for a while I've been kind of wanting to try the real estate stuff full time.
You're free.
Damn, you're about to be in the real estate game?
We'll see, man. You know, obviously, you know, I'll never completely give up nursing, but I just definitely want to try to utilize the real estate stuff, man.
All right.
You know,
So
so
you're a
we'll
free
see.
agent now, right? You're a
What's-
free agent. You could go to the highest bidder. Fucking love that shit.
Yeah, it's scary, man, because you know it's just like not steady income coming in anymore, man. But
No,
I've
but when it
always
comes, it
been,
comes.
yeah, you know. So we'll see how it goes, man. But definitely gonna try to have more time here at home, and then the animals, and then try to do the real estate stuff. So we'll see.
My best friend, my son's fucking godfather, Lawrence. He started in the loan business, and now he has his real estate license. So he has his loan license and he has his real estate. And
Oh, wow.
his chick does real estate too. So he dabbles in both. But goddamn, man, he's like, MJ, you need to fucking come do this, because I have a strong sales background, and I got him into sales like 15 years ago, and now he's this real estate agent in San Diego who's following. He shows me what he makes. It's fucking crazy. Like, I'm like, holy shit, you made that off one house? He's like, yeah, dude. And I got like 4 more in the pipeline. I'm like, so like, I definitely have. I mean, I see me in this game forever, dude. But holy shit, something does tell me real estate might be up my alley, or the loan. I've done loans before. I was a loan officer for like 3 years. That's a grind. Like that's a fucking grind. But I want to be dressed up nice and show a fucking $10 million house and be like, yeah, you need this and you need a chondro. Wait, or what if my like new house gift to people were giving them a chondro?
That's fine. No, it's fun, man. I think you should give it a go, man. You just take a course, pass the test. And
I know.
That's it. That's
it.
Yeah,
he literally gave me like everything he studied. Like I think he paid for a course, which is like a crash course, teaches you everything, but it still took him, I don't know how many hours to do that. And again, like I'm not there yet, but my wife's always asking me, hey, can you get into something else just like as a backup? Because again, like I have a couple good grinds that I have in the hobby, right? But if you could do more, you could do more. Like if you think about, look at some of the most successful people in this hobby, dude, jack of all trades, bro. Okay. They're real estate agents. They fucking hustle here and there. Like they hustle. And so as much as it's all comfortable just being in reptiles, I definitely feel like I gotta branch out somehow, especially if I have friends that are in real estate and they're killing it. I almost look at it as a sign. Like I need to maybe look at the options there. But especially, real estate in San Diego, the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
What's the average home here being sold? Like 800,000. So it's pretty crazy right now. But yeah, good for you, man. That inspires me, honestly. Like what you just told me kind of makes me want to go back to looking into it maybe. So
yeah, we'll see, man. See how it goes. Like I said, I'm just always thankful I have my nursing for a rainy day, but I just never know, man. Never know until you try stuff,
So March, you feel like is when you're gonna be doing less nursing then next month?
Yeah, less nursing.
And you'll be at Tinley in March?
Yeah, I'll be in Tinley.
Wow. Okay, let's talk about actually, hold on. We're gonna talk about Tinley March after a commercial break. We gotta get to commercial break real quick. All right. So guys, hit the like button real quick. We're gonna jump to commercial and we're gonna talk about March Tinley, which is coming next month, which is crazy to sound. But all right, be right back. Thank you. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. Shout out to tonight's sponsor brought to you by ZooMed.
ZooMed is proud to be supporting the Trap Talk Reptile Network. At ZooMed, reptiles are our passion. For over 48 years, we've been creating premium foods, supplies, and habitats for reptiles and other exotic animals. We're a company made up of hobbyists that test our products on the hundreds of animals that we care for here every single day. Whether you're an established breeder or a first-time hobbyist picking up your first ball python, ZooMed has you covered with everything you need to keep your animals happy and healthy.
I'm excited to talk about this new product with ZooMed called the Slither Sense. It is a remote temperature and humidifying monitoring system, which we all know how important temperature and humidity is to your reptile. And for you to have remote access to your temperature and your humidity in your reptile room could really, really be a game changer for the longevity of you keeping reptiles. So guys, make sure you check out that product. Find the link in the description below. Click on it right now. Give me your feedback in the comments below. Let me know how you're liking a brand new ZooMed product. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, and that is Jersey Guys Balls, father-son duo who are just slaying it in the ball python game. If you're into Sunset, if you're into Monsoon, if you're into Puzzle, this is the page you should be following on Instagram right now. Jersey Guys Balls are invested in some of the highest and most exciting projects in the ball python game today, such as Tornado and many other genes like Cosmos. So again, make sure you go check them out on Instagram. You can also follow them on YouTube, and definitely go give them a follow on MORPH Market. You can find all the links in the description below. And again, thank you so much, Brett, and thank you, John, over at Jersey Guys Balls. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, and that's the one and only Morph Market and Morph Market Shipping. One of the biggest exciting things about the reptile hobby over the past couple years is Morph Market Shipping taking everything to the next level. Anything as far as reptile purchasing or selling needs can all be done on Morph Market's website, so I highly suggest you go check it out, especially if you're in the market of purchasing your first, second, or third, or fourth reptile. You can find a bunch of legitimate breeders on Morph Market's platforms. They stand very tall on representing the best breeders we have in the hobby, so don't look anywhere else when it comes to looking for your new reptile. Not to mention, if you're looking for aquatics or your next plant, Morph Market's a spot for you as well. Make sure you head over to morphmarket.com, and the best thing about Morph Market's platform, you could ship directly from their website with Morph Market Shipping. Morph Market Shipping has saved this hobby millions of dollars as a whole. I myself saved thousands with Morph Market Shipping last year due to their insanely cheap rates, so definitely go take advantage of these rates on top of the amazing customer service that comes along with Morph Market Shipping. Shout out to Darian and Zach, and shout out to the entire Morph Market team. So proud to be a part of this team. Thank you so much for Morph Market Shipping and Morph Market. So excited to announce this partnership, and so excited to announce new Morph Market features that are going to be hitting the reptile hobby real soon, like live sales on Morph Market. Thank you so much, Morph Market and Morph Market Shipping. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. If you're in front of the line, cutting edge, high-end ball python projects, you don't want to miss this. Shout out to Teresa and shout out to Devin over at PRAGUE MORPHS, the heaviest hitters out of Europe, currently in the ball python game. If you're into the double, triple recessives such as puzzle, hypo, and other amazing recessive, incomplete, dominant projects, and make sure you head over to PRAGUE MORPHS right now on Instagram. Check them out on YouTube. You can find all the links in the description below, and many more updates with RGI and PRAGUE MORPHS to come. So again, thank you so much, Devin and Teresa over at PRAGUE MORPHS. Cannot wait for many more collaborations. All right, guys, we're gonna land the ship here pretty soon. A couple more topics, so hit that like button. And did you hear me talk about earlier, Paco, about my experience at the last Tinley? And I
can't hear you again.
Oh no, Camilo, can you hear me?
Log back out.
Yeah, come right back in. And you know what? I completely forgot that Paco was at that Tinley. He was at that Tinley that I was mentioning. And I'm so curious of what his views are going into March Tinley. Can you remind me the Tinley we met at, Amelia? Was that October or March?
October 2022.
Okay, so that was October Tinley, which
banging.
Yeah, that was the Octobers are banging for the most part, what you would think, right? And so, all right, Paco,
yep.
Did you hear me talk about in the sound and during the beginning about my experience at the last Tinley, how it was pretty flat, like it didn't feel like a typical Tinley? And what did you have to say to that? Because you were there, so did you feel that too or no?
Yeah, I did kind of feel like it was slow. Obviously, that was my first time bending it, but it definitely did kind of feel a little slower than usual, in my opinion.
So, and then what's your take on that? Like, you know, it's cool that you're in a Tinley, because to have ball pythons, really hard to get into a Tinley right now, unless you're already like rooted into there with Bob and Brian and stuff. It's damn near impossible to get into a Tinley, but you're in there. So what's the game plan going into next month? Because March is typically not the hottest Tinley of the year. It's normally October, but I just saw October. It felt less than a March. So what's your mentality going into March?
Honestly, man, I'm just happy to be there. I'm just happy to go and just pretty much just catch up with people and stuff, man. Obviously I'm bringing a couple animals and stuff. Hopefully we can get some sales, but we'll just play it by ear, man. Show up and see what happens.
But you just said it, man. You're just happy to be there. Like that. Yeah, that's what matters, dude. Yeah. Like, there's opportunity no matter what. Like, here's the thing, regardless of how the lobby felt or there were still people out of Tinley spending money. I saw firsthand a couple of people spend over 20K on a snake, you know? So, dude, I love that you just said that right now. Because for me, like, just being a spectator when it comes to vending, I've never vended at a Tinley, but I was kind of nervous. Like, damn, wonder what the March Tinley is going to be like. But if I knew I had a booth, I'm coming to play, dude. I'm coming excited, and I'm going to do my very, very best. And seems like that's what the energy is at for you.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. It's honestly always been a dream in general, just to vend anywhere, even the local Repticon and stuff. And then obviously my first show was Daytona, and then just doing a couple other shows after that. But it's just fun to me, man. I genuinely enjoy just being there, catching up with all my buddies and just talking stuff. Yeah.
That's definitely a bucket list show, Tinley. You know, eventually
Yeah.
down the road, I'd like to do it myself.
Hey, I got you, Milo. If you need to get in there, I got you, pal.
Yeah, in the next 2 years. Yeah, I think so.
Now, well, what's your what would be your mentality, Emilio? Let's say you are going to vend Tinley March, but you heard about this October not being as hot. Like when you hear about that about a show, did you let that affect you at all?
I mean, look, what I'm bringing right now this year, it's not worth me going. I could go this March if I wanted to, but I'm not going. Yeah, I have a table right now I could use, but I'm not gonna go. It's just you have to know, you have to bring the right stuff to Tinley, and then also with what happened in October, it's just no way I'm not doing it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I feel a lot less special now. I thought you didn't have a table, but it looks like you could.
No, I could go with my boy. He offered me a table, and I'm not going. It's just you just have to know, if you have the right stuff. You have to know the timing. The timing has to be right too,
What's a commute to Tinley like for you, Paco? Like what is it? What does it entail? Like you having to pack up?
Yeah, no, it kind of sucked honestly because I went by myself.
Oh shit, you went solo? Okay, let's talk about it. What's the drive like from Georgia? I'm not Georgia. You're in Georgia. So where you're at in Georgia to Tinley, what's that drive like?
It's about 11 and a half without stopping.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
solo too. Solo.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had someone that was gonna go with me, and then kind of unfortunately wasn't able to make it kind of last minute. So then yeah, I mean, I just need somebody to talk to me, honestly, the whole way. Just have someone to speak to and stuff definitely goes a long way as far as not trying to fall asleep. Like getting there wasn't too bad, but on the way back,
sucked.
Yeah, it did suck, man. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. If you go with somebody, it helps you break down costs. To maybe one or maybe two people.
Yeah,
it helps a lot.
I mean, I told the guy, I was like, hey man, I'll pay for all your stuff, just I'll pay for the hotel, food, everything.
Talk to me.
Just come to me. Come with me, man. But yeah.
Dude, I travel no longer than 2 hours each way to Pomona. And on Sunday when I'm home, I'm so wiped out. Like, and again, this is 2 little measly fucking hours with traffic, okay? And what sucks is I'll come home, put my snakes down, I'll eat dinner, and then I'll go, I'm like, God damn, I got snakes I need to like check and put away. And I just couldn't imagine that with a 12-hour, 11-hour drive, dude.
Yeah. It didn't help that Sunday morning me and Justin Weinrich just destroyed our chest in the gym that morning before the show.
Oh my God.
So we're just, just something fun, but then I didn't think it through, man. I was like, damn, I gotta go all this show, it's exhausting, and then fucking driving all the way back home kind of sucked, man.
At least you didn't do a leg day.
yeah, that would have sucked, man. Yeah, no, when I got home, because honestly, like I said, I'm good if you're talking to me. So I was just calling people, man, just checking in on people from I haven't even talked to in a while. And then like around 1, 2, when everybody's asleep, that's when it really started hitting me, man. And then by the time I finally made it home, I should have stopped, to be honest. I should have stopped somewhere to just take a rest, but I just wanted to get home. I still took a shower. I got in my shower and like the walls were like wavy.
Because you're that tired?
I was that tired. Like, yeah, I guess just from staring at the road so long and then just the lines, everything was just wavy. It was weird.
I was like, you sure I didn't give you one of my chocolates? No, dude, but that's crazy. That exhaustion, man. Like being that tired, bro. Like I forgot who I mean, I know Chad Holker, Dave Levinson, like fucking beast when it comes to like commuting to these shows, bro. And it's like, God bless you guys, man.
Chad's a beast, man. Honestly.
Definitely another one of my favorite people out there is Chad Holker, dude.
I remember coming back from Arlington one time with Bob, and Chad was in the band with us. And then anyways, I mean, we had just rode 12 hours, 12 hours, and he still got in his car and drove from Georgia. I think it was like another 8 hours just straight, because he didn't want to miss his son's baseball game or something like that.
Oh, dude, I love that guy.
Dude, I was like, damn, man. He honestly shouldn't have drove, but he wanted to make it this. Yeah, man. So mad props to him, dude.
That makes my heart warm.
Yeah.
All to go see his boy play ball.
Yeah.
What's a dad to do? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you have kids, Paco? You do, right?
Yeah. I have a little 9-month-old now.
Oh, my God. Girl or boy?
Little boy. Yeah.
What's his name?
Noah.
Noah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Noah, 9 months. All right, this is great. What's it like being a dad, bro? Nine months. You're still in it. You're still like, yeah. It's not. I'm sure he's crawling at this point, right? I'm sure
Oh
he's
yeah, man. He's
mobile,
getting
right?
into all sorts of stuff, dude.
Ooh, man.
Yeah.
And this is your first. So,
Yeah.
what's that What's it like adapting, bro? Let's hear it.
No, man. Honestly, it's a blessing, man. You know, all the cheesy things you hear about being a dad, everything, it's all true, you know. It's
Yeah,
literally just such a blessing, but it's great. It's definitely an adjustment, you know. I just remember, you know, coming home the first time and we bring him in and we're like, fuck we do now, you know.
now what? Now
He's
what?
just there, yeah. But honestly, man, I you know, as much as I try to help, man, it's really mostly Yahida that is honestly just kills it with it, man. I like, you know, he just looks for her when he cries and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I help, you know, but she just has it down, man.
This
She's doing-
stage, bro, it's all about that kid and his mom, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, listen, I'm like you. I'm here to help, but this fucking baby only cares about you right now. And and that's how I want it. Like, you know, you can't break a son and mother bond. You know what I mean? Because eventually that boy is gonna be all about you. He's gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna go kick it with dad now, and then mom, you know, she's going to be going through it because she doesn't have her little fucking thing attached to her so much, you know, which she probably will. Like, I mean, I was a mama's boy forever. So I get it. You know what I mean? But it's such a crazy time, isn't it? Like having your 9-month-old and he's going to be walking here pretty soon, which is crazy to think, dude. Because guess what? Once they're able to run, dude, good luck.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No, I see your stories all the time, man.
Oh.
Cute, man. Super cute, both of them.
Yeah,
man.
cute. All right. Fuck, dude. You fucking always my heart's always skipping, bro, because this guy is nuts. And so, but again, it's boys, and so
And
go ahead, Biggie.
And they start jumping off the sofa like they're Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I showed you the roundhouse fucking Leo. Like, so Leo does this thing where he likes to roundhouse me off the couch, and when that heel connects, it hurts, bro.
Yeah,
like I got to tell him, like, bro, that hurt. Like
we had to get Emilio stitches because he was jumping off the sofa, acting like Spider-Man and shit. Yeah.
But you know what, Paco? We got to enjoy what we have because we're going to be like Emilio. Emilio just fucking handed his daughter off to some dude. Not some dude. I take that back.
Yeah.
Sorry. But it was emotional looking at Emilio's pictures because, you know, Big E has raised these kids. Well, how old were you? 19 when you had your eldest, or 18, Emilio? How old were you?
I was 20.
That is so young. And here we are, dude. Now his eldest just got married, you know, has her house, has her career, and his son has a career. And then now your youngest is about to graduate high school, right, Amelia? Isn't she a senior or a junior?
She's a senior, yeah.
Where does the
time flies, guys. I tell MJ all the time. He's seeing it already.
Yeah. I try
Can
to
you hear that? Does that make a noise?
It's fine. It's not a big deal.
You sure? It's a big old sulcata tortoise.
Oh, let him do his thing. Well, I'm glad you said that. It's about reptiles, so let him do his thing.
Yeah.
All right, wrap up topic. I'll go first, and we'll go with Big E. At the end of the day, Paco, you have seen some stuff over the last 5 years, okay? Clearly, you've had up and downs, and I'm so glad to hear about the ups right now. And again, but the downs are just as important, right? Because that's why you are where you're at, because what you've been through. So anyone out there who's listening that's just in a crazy down stage, right? Like maybe they just feel like, fuck, I don't know if I'm meant for this. What do you have to say to that person? What should that person do? What's your advice?
I think it just kind of depends on really think it through and really think, is this something I want to do? You know, do I see myself doing this in a couple years? You know, if that's the case, you know, then keep going. You know, look at depending on what your goals are. You know, if you have to cut some things at a loss, you know, or, you know, plans change, you know, sell some things off, you know, don't give yourself so much overhead. Slow down, really analyze what you have, and just kind of go from there, you know.
Slow down.
Yeah, slow down a bit.
Yeah. What you got from Big E?
For me, I always like to ask this because you got some amazing stuff coming. What's that one combo that, bro, you will be fucking so happy to have in 2 years? Like that one that pops into your mind immediately.
I'm really excited I kind of have two. I have the obviously like Exanthic, DG Clown stuff, and then I'm also working Grim, Desert Ghost stuff. So I'm excited about hopefully having a shot at the Super Grim DG Clown. I'm hoping that'll have a pretty wild interaction and work with that.
Wait, what's the story with Grim? I feel like I've heard that before. Where'd Grim come from?
It's like a granite gene. It's been around for a little bit. The initial like just a single gene grim, you can definitely tell. Like I said, it's like a granite gene. They're kind of. I don't think it's as similar as like Cosmos and stuff, but you can definitely tell. You know, it has some sort of interaction. But when you get the super, it actually changes it up a lot. It actually makes it really wild. So I'm just hoping, getting that into the DG Clown and then working that into the Exanthic stuff would be pretty cool to go forward with. Yeah, I picked those up from about, I think it was last year, or if not the year before. I got those from Tom Hardman right after he passed.
Damn.
Yeah, he had hatched those, and Alicia and Josh, his son and daughter-in-law, had it at a show, and I ended up picking those up from him. So
It really it's such a fucking sensitive thing when I hear that guy Tom's name, because
man,
he's one of the nicest people I used to run into at the show. But I never brought him on, dude. And we used to talk about it all the time, like, hey Tom, I want you on the show. Yeah, MJ, let me know. And just, it just time goes by, and you think like, oh, I'll get him on the show one day. Like,
yeah.
I'll get him on. It's Tom. He's around all the time. And then when I heard he passed away, dude, that really hurt. It really did.
I
He's
had
a good guy, like, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm just like seriously, like, yeah, he was just genuinely just the best guy, probably in the whole hobby, man. He was an amazing guy. He always treated me with respect. He had just such a good way of like when he talked to you, it just felt genuine.
Yeah.
It was like, genuine when he asked you things,
Felt like your favorite uncle or something. Like it you just enjoy it because the guy was coming from experience, and the way he would talk to you, he was trying to legit give you the best answer he could give you. Like it's like he cared. You know what I mean? And he did care. And so it sucks that we lost somebody like that. It really does, because man, I wish people cared more like he did. And again, man, he's just, rest in peace to Tom, dude. Never forgotten that. I'll never forget that guy. Really awesome guy. And again, like I met Alyssa Leonard put me on game with Tom, and I feel like anyone I met through Tom has been fucking just really awesome people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, Alyssa was, the closest to him, for sure.
And you know what, Alyssa, if you're out there listening, I miss you, dude. I hope you're doing all right, Alyssa. I see her just randomly at shows, but she's just so DL now. But, I remember coming up in this game, watching her, and I remember the only episode I ever did from the hospital. Remember I did a live from the fucking,
I forgot about that.
That was with her. Like we did it. So again, man, it's crazy how time flies, dude. It really is. But I love having you on the show tonight, man. It was really cool. It was a refreshing episode, Paco. It really was.
No, I appreciate you guys. I was definitely looking forward to it.
Emilio might have some hot seats for you. Emilio, do you have hot seats for him?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we get him to him? Go get him some hot seats. Before we do that, guys, let's get the likes up. Paco killed it. Yes, people in the chat's giving you props. So just so you know, Paco, you have a lot of people rooting for you. So
thank you.
Get the likes up, and Emilio, hit him with the hot seats, buddy.
All right, bro. You got to pick one, okay? I think we did this before, but these are different.
Oh, they're different.
All right. Exanthic DG Clown or Acid DG Clown?
Exanthic DG Clown.
Okay.
Yeah.
DG Pompeii or Spot Nose Yellow Belly Exanthic DG Clown?
Spot Nose. Exanthic DG Clown.
Hypo Exanthic DG Clown or Orange Dream Yellow Belly Hypo DG Puzzle?
The first one. Sorry.
You're really an Exanthic guy now, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Duh.
All right. DG Monsoon or Ultramel Sunset?
DG Monsoon.
Good call. Good call.
I mean, I agree with you there.
Yeah.
My favorite monsoon so far. All right, what's gonna look better, bro? Okay. I want both of you to answer this. Tornado Clown or Tornado Puzzle?
Ooh. Go first, Paco. That's a hard one.
Yeah, that is a hard one.
Because I mean, how crazy is Tornado gonna fuck with the puzzle pattern? Like
that's what I'm saying. It's already kind of
Yeah, it's already kind of wonky. Like you got to be careful with it, you know?
I'm just gonna say clown, man, for me.
I think because historically we see how crazy clown could do to shit. I'm gonna go tornado clown. I'm gonna go tornado clown over puzzle.
I'm gonna go puzzle.
Wow.
We'll talk about this one day.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Is that it?
This was fun. Yeah. Oh no, I got one more. All right, so we're gonna go arboreal. Okay. Black Neo designer Bill Stiegel or Basin Ed Marino. What are you doing?
Oh my god. High ticket items right there. That's a house down payment right there for sure. Each one.
I'd say the first one, man.
Yeah.
Wait, are you okay? Are you even considering chondros? Is that why he asked you that, or is that just a fucking just out of the dark question, Emilio? Like, why did you ask Paco the question?
Just to see what he you know.
Hey, Paul Python people are getting into chondros. I didn't know Paco was one of them. I wasn't sure.
Paco, is that because you prefer chondros
over emeralds?
I would say so.
Okay.
He's a Python.
I'm not really tapped in with that, to be honest, man. But I know what they are and stuff. But yeah, I like the chondros for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And guess what? He just does not care much about sunset, and that's the bottom line. Okay, so well, Paco, you're amazing, dude. Before we let you go, where can people follow you if they want to reach out to you? Go ahead and let them know right now.
Yeah, no, I'm on Instagram. I'm mostly active on Instagram, and then I dabble a little bit with YouTube here and there. So
okay,
YouTube, Paco Miranda Pythons, and that's pretty much it. You know, and Morph Market as well.
All right. Well, I'll make sure I put your YouTube and your Morph Market link with your Instagram link in the description. All right. So people can go hit you up. This won't be the only time we see Paco. That's a fact. All right. He's here to stay. So make sure you go give him a follow and be ready for that round 3 with Paco Miranda. But give it up. It's right for Paco, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, buddy. Have a great night. All right.
Thank you, guys. I have a blessed night. Thank you.
Have fun with that tortoise. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Dude, what a good guy, man. That was a great episode. That was fun.
Great people. Yeah.
Hey, okay. Hold like you're holding a disc, like a frisbee, right? Hold it like this, like an invisible. Now that's gonna be sunset. Throw it in the air. Throw it in the air. Throw it in the air. Throw the frisbee in the air. Throw it like high. Throw it high.
I'm keeping it.
Fuck, dude, throw it. I have a shotgun. I need you to throw it in the air right now.
I'm not participating in that.
Well, that's what happened on this show tonight. All right, whatever. Emilio, you're getting fined $500 right now for that. Jesus Christ, I'm just kidding. No, great episode, man. What'd you have to say overall about tonight?
Yeah, you know, it's again another story of beating shit out and staying the course.
Yeah,
I like that.
And wait for your wave, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, Paco caught his wave at the Southeast Reptile Expo, man.
Yeah, we all go through adversity, bro. It's what we do after, right? So.
Yep. 100%, dude. Well, again, I enjoyed tonight. I appreciate you as always. Guys, Villarino Reptiles on IG. Go subscribe. Also, check out his Patreon if you want to level up in the ball python game. But looking forward to next week. But give it up. It's a big rep for Big E.
Thank you. Later, bro.
All right, Emilio. Thank you. Have a good night. Appreciate everyone out there. Before you guys leave, man. Well, thank you so much. We just had shy of 80 people tapped in at one point. So appreciate everyone who tapped in. Before you guys exit, make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. And if you smash that notification bell, you'll be reminded every episode released out of the network. You get brand new content out of this network every day of the week. Where else do you get that? Nowhere. Trap Talk, baby. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Join the Patreon, by the way. If you want to tap in with some of the best people in the game, join the Trap Talk Patreon. First link description below. Connect to the Discord. Amazing Instagram group chat. And I'm going to start releasing some of these lists for my projects that I have going this year for the chondros. So tap in. Appreciate all the love and support. Check out all the sponsors, and I'll catch you here tomorrow for Retic Reflections. See you at the top. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. Shout out to tonight's sponsor brought to you by ZooMed.
ZooMed is proud to be supporting the Trap Talk Reptile Network. At ZooMed, reptiles are our passion. For over 48 years, we've been creating premium foods, supplies, and habitats for reptiles and other exotic animals. We're a company made up of hobbyists that test our products on the hundreds of animals that we care for here every single day. Whether you're an established breeder or a first-time hobbyist picking up your first ball python, ZooMed has you covered with everything you need to keep your animals happy and healthy.
I'm excited to talk about this new product with ZooMed called the Slither Sense. It is a remote temperature and humidifying monitoring system, which we all know how important temperature and humidity is to your reptile. And for you to have remote access to your temperature and your humidity in your reptile room could really, really be a game changer for the longevity of you keeping reptiles. So guys, make sure you check out that product. Find the link in the description below. Click on it right now. Give me your feedback in the comments below. Let me know how you're liking a brand new ZooMed product. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, and that's the one and only Morph Market and Morph Market Shipping. One of the biggest exciting things about the reptile hobby over the past couple years is Morph Market Shipping taking everything to the next level. Anything as far as reptile purchasing or selling needs can all be done on Morph Market's website, so I highly suggest you go check it out, especially if you're in the market of purchasing your first, second, or third, or fourth reptile. You can find a bunch of legitimate breeders on Morph Market's platforms. They stand very tall on representing the best breeders we have in the hobby, so don't look anywhere else when it comes to looking for your new reptile. Not to mention, if you're looking for aquatics or your next plant, Morph Market's a spot for you as well. Make sure you head over to morphmarket.com, and the best thing about Morph Market's platform, you could ship directly from their website with Morph Market Shipping. Morph Market Shipping has saved this hobby millions of dollars as a whole. I myself saved thousands with Morph Market Shipping last year due to their insanely cheap rates, so definitely go take advantage of these rates on top of the amazing customer service that comes along with Morph Market Shipping. Shout out to Darian and Zach, and shout out to the entire Morph Market team. So proud to be a part of this team. Thank you so much for Morph Market Shipping and Morph Market. So excited to announce this partnership, and so excited to announce new Morph Market features that are going to be hitting the reptile hobby real soon, like live sales on Morph Market. Thank you so much, Morph Market and Morph Market Shipping. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, and that is Jersey Guys Balls, father-son duo who are just slaying it in the ball python game. If you're into Sunset, if you're into Monsoon, if you're into Puzzle, this is the page you should be following on Instagram right now. Jersey Guys Balls are invested in some of the highest and most exciting projects in the ball python game today, such as Tornado and many other genes like Cosmos. So again, make sure you go check them out on Instagram. You can also follow them on YouTube, and definitely go give them a follow on Morph Market. You can find all the links in the description below. And again, thank you so much, Brett, and thank you, John, over at Jersey Guys Balls. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. If you're in front of the line, cutting edge, high-end ball python projects, you don't want to miss this. Shout out to Teresa and shout out to Devin over at PRAGUE MORPHS, the heaviest hitters out of Europe currently in the ball python game. If you're into the double, triple recessives such as Puzzle, Hypo, and other amazing recessive, incomplete, dominant projects, and make sure you head over to PRAGUE MORPHS right now on Instagram. Check them out on YouTube. You can find all the links in the description below, and many more updates with RGI and PRAGUE MORPHS to come. So again, thank you so much, Devin and Teresa over at PRAGUE MORPHS. Cannot wait for many more collaborations.